Hello, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition Chronicle, Vancouver by Night Delve into Darkness. As a warning, this is a mature game and explores some dark and troubling themes. These may include body horror, gore, violence, loss of character agency, gaslighting, mind control, and many others. Our players have discussed consent and boundaries, and we collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. Players will always let me know if anything gets unsettling in or uncomfortable using the yellow and red card system in our private chat. We have a Zoom chat open. If you as a viewer ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please pause and step away. Our streams are going to be available on YouTube, which is over there right after the game, probably within a day or two. And you can always skip ahead or skip to the next episode if you so choose. So, I'd like to thank some of our sponsors. First up is Mikhail Artoria of Artoria Designs, who designed these awesome dice boxes. And there will also be in a storyteller screen that I have that Mikhail has designed that will be for an upcoming project. More announcements on that soon. So, please visit them on Instagram, and I'll throw the link up in the chat. And then Martlet Games. Martlet Games is a collective of TTRPG veterans ready to work for you. From actual play production to tabletop game development, they're a one-stop shop for all your creative needs. Investing in World of Darkness streaming community helps keep channels like this one online and thriving. And they greatly appreciate any love you can share with them on their Patreon or various media platforms. The link will be in the chat. Dogmite Games. And Dogmite is the best gaming company you've never heard of. They combine craftsmanship with artistry to create truly unique pieces of functional art for your games. They have dice boxes and rolling trays like this one, and fully sculpted Valhalla screens for GMs. Each piece is created on site in the workshop in Michigan by a devoted team of craftsmen. Now I've got the Gangrel one because Gangrel is the best clan, and if you disagree, then you're wrong, and you should probably re examine your life choices. Yeah, I said it. And our newest sponsor, which is Adventure Dice. So, roll for adventure with Adventure Dice. They're your Canadian source for dice, role playing game accessories, and other tabletop gaming goodies. Many of the items on their site are handcrafted in beautiful British Columbia, which is where I'm currently sitting. They are a husband and wife team, and they want to share their love for tabletop gaming with the world. Between the two of them, they've been playing RPGs for over 40 years, and they love telling stories. They're dedicated to making creative spaces, gaming spaces that are safe and accessible and welcome to everyone. And with the housekeeping out of the way, it's time to introduce our vampires. Let's start in the regular position up here, which is Joanna.
Hello, my name is Joanna. My pronouns are she, her, and I will be playing Abigail, also she, her, for you today. She is the techie Tremere of the group and looking forward to a nice club night.
And next up is Joe.
Hey everyone, my name is Joe, better known as DJ Torador, Nullifinger on Twitter, and I'm playing Baron of Surrey. Vincent, the Bruja, one of the better clans after Torador. We're just going to say that. So just letting you know, you're wrong if you choose otherwise. But yes, I'm excited. I'm also too ready to go turn up at a club. So yeah.
And Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike. He, him. I will be playing Mordecai, also he, him, who is a member of the clan that puts both the Gangrel and the Bruja to shame.
And returning to visit us is Prince.
And hello everyone, I'm Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice around the internet, and I am back playing the Seneschal, Jack Cato, Banu Hakim, he, him. And we have swords and diablerie. There's not a better clan than that.
I'm getting the feeling no one was paying attention to my opening spiel saying that Gangrel was the best clan.
I mean, honestly, when do we
Swords,
actually pay attention to
sorcery,
it?
diablerie.
And last but certainly not least, in our roster of kindred is Cliff.
Happy Time Zone viewers. My name is Cliff. This evening I will be appearing as I always am with this motley band of fantastic people as Duran Giovanni. Both of us are he, him, and the Hakadah do not play these silly little comparison games. We're going to be over here doing adult things while you children bicker.
Ooh, the shade. So when last we saw the Coterie of Vampires, we're going to actually, one quick thing first, for Sarah's stuff. Sarah was unable to make it this evening, so we'll put Sarah's stuff up in the chat. Prince Jude should be back with us next week, we're hoping. So, when last we saw the Coterie of Vampires, they were doing some exploring. They were checking out, they were asked by the Changeling Council to check out some particular sites for them. Conveniently, all water-based. That may or may not be a hint. It probably isn't. I just picked spots at random on the map. I'm not gonna lie. So they checked out the different spots. They were noticing a bit of a pattern that was coming up because there were 3 spots that if you kind of drew a line between all 3 of them, one drew things to it, one was kind of neutral, and the other one repelled things. But once they got up to the repelling things section, which unconveniently for them is located in werewolf territory, they had a bit of an interaction, which I'm not going to actually spoil this particular surprise for the people who weren't able to tune in or to watch our last episode. It's up on YouTube just over there. But 2 of the people over here to my left, which I believe is also your left, I don't know what's going on anymore. It's directions. In this direction, they weren't here, so I'm going to let the other characters explain to them what happened in the last episode. So, this being a new evening, I'm going to get a rouse check from everybody. You can do the same if you're watching at home by hitting !rouse in the chat, and it'll tell you who rolled what. Oh, there's a thumbs up from Duran, thumbs down from Vincent, thumbs down from Abigail, thumbs up from Ja, thumbs up from Mordecai. So, I love it when there's synchronization like this, let's put it that way, where it's like, it makes a pattern. So the 2 people up here, they're in the beginning of the order in our introductions, are the only people who did make their rouse check. So let's start with Abigail. Abigail, you roll out of bed. You pause. Then you start to kind of feel it in your guts, which is weird because your stomach doesn't process blood. Abigail?
Yes. What can I do for you this evening?
You should eat something.
I know. That's the plan. That's always the plan. I'm always hungry. That's always the plan.
Back in the war, we had a shortage of food. Now you have an abundance.
I know.
You had air raid sirens.
Oh, Winston.
Fought them in the air.
Winston, I shall eat.
On land.
I shall eat.
Eeyore and Tigger.
Pardon?
What?
All right. I'm going to go eat. Why don't you just shut up, please? Thank you.
That's the last you hear about that. That was my Robin Williams reference of the day, just so everybody's paying attention. Vincent, you wake up and you hear, Vincent, you should eat something.
Every time. Every time.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe grab one of those thin bloods that always hangs around.
I am not going to eat them. They are cool. We don't eat our friends
They're a bit more
unless they.
spicy than, regular human blood.
Thin bloods are friends, not food.
That remains to be determined.
We don't eat our friends. Well, again, why are you here tonight? The fuck?
Well, because you're hungry. I don't think I have to really explain the whole id thing, do I? It's weird.
All right, go
Yeah,
wherever your
you
corner
need
is.
to eat. When you need to eat, I show up. When you use your powers, sometimes I show up. That's weird. You should investigate that.
I really should
Uh-huh.
not, but later. That is something to think of. Okay, I'm gonna eat. Let me find a cat boy or girl somewhere.
So we're gonna hit a little bit of a rewind, and Ja, what are you doing when you wake up now that you're somewhat back in town?
Being back in town, Ja is uh trying to decide uh to go straight to Elysium and just start laying down the law, go see Jude. Um, but more likely than not, yeah, exactly what Mordecai just said. He's going to go and just start laying down the law because it's not been. I mean, it's been a little bit since he's been here. He's been annoyed because he's had to go on missions, and that's kind of where he was trying to steer his life away from. But when duty calls, duty calls.
When a
And
certain
he's learned some
someone
things.
calls.
Indeed. And that said, he's learned some things in his time away. So it wasn't entirely fruitless.
So you're gonna
But
be
now it's time to
heading.
get back to business.
You're gonna be heading towards the Elysium.
Indeed.
Okay. Should we fast forward everybody to getting to the Elysium? Let's assume that everyone's uh, beginning of their nights kind of start off the same way as they usually do. Duran has the stuff laid out for him, all the news. Mordecai wanders, checks things out, does a little bit of training. Vincent and Abigail, if you would like to feed before heading over to the Elysium, that is something you can do as well.
I think Abigail is going to send a text message, a Discord message to that lovely hacker that she met at the cyber cafe a little while back and say, you should really come out to Coffin Club tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. You might meet some interesting people and get some interesting answers. And then
You get back. Yeah, I might do that.
Okay. So Abigail's not going to feed just yet. She's going to wait.
As a cautionary storyteller note, I would like to point out that it has only been a couple of days since you met said hacker. And let's just say that they haven't had a chance to get the vitamin D back in their blood yet.
I'm still going to wait. I'm not going to eat her, but I'm still going to wait until Coffin Club to eat.
All right.
Have to have
makes sense.
A nice meal.
If I remember correctly, that is your particular scene, so that'd probably be the best way of doing it. All right, so in the fast forwarding of things, let's assume that everybody kind of is arriving at Elysium roughly around the same time. Once you all get there, there is a very, very familiar pile of clothing, even though it seems to shift in articles of clothing that you can tell. There's the odd thing here and there that you definitely can't quite place from before, but it is definitely a pile of clothing that would come up to you. Ja, let's do that first. So the pile of clothing kind of lifts up what you can only assume would kind of be maybe like a tip of the hat type thing, like Duran would do, where he like lifts his hat up a little bit, but it's just like a pile of clothing that lifts up. Seneschal,
Good evening.
haven't seen you in a while.
Been busy.
Yeah, running the city and all that.
I miss anything important?
Well, to be honest, nobody really tells me nothing, except for what is in the Elysium. So I'm gonna let them fill you in, I suppose.
Anyone I need to fuck up immediately?
No, not here.
Good.
Jude might have, I don't know, a list or something.
One would hope she'd keep a list at this point.
You know, you'd like to think, but, you know, she's a youngin'.
She really doesn't get the whole making an example out of people thing yet.
Yet, she'll come around.
Hopefully. If not, you know.
Yep. The regular spot set up for the I won't say Primogen Council, I guess Council of the Prince. Whatever you guys are calling yourselves.
Yeah, the
You need any-
Primogen wouldn't like that.
You need any refreshments sent down there?
I'm good, actually.
What about the other ones?
If they can't eat on their own, I kind of don't care. They're adults.
I think we're kind of stretching the term. I mean, can't really call them elders. Ancilla, maybe.
Thanks. Just walks in.
You're going down to the basement-ish area, the sub-basement.
Mm-hmm.
Next up would probably be either Mordecai, Abigail, or Duran. Probably let's say all three at the same time. Vincent is a little bit outside of the city limits, so it would take Vincent a little bit of time to get in there. And the lift up of clothing as the nod. Abigail.
Frank, how are you this evening?
Mr. Giovanni as well.
Senor Frank.
And
Someday you'll remember my name, Frank.
I want to say Mark.
Think biblical. Wrath of God type stuff.
Yeah, no, nothing.
Yeah, that's fine. You know who I am.
Yeah.
And I see the place is still standing, which is a credit to your profession.
Yeah, do what I can.
Good, good. Nothing untoward happening lately? Nothing.
Nobody tells me nothing.
I'm pretty sure that's a lie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right.
Abigail's just going to curtsy, even though she's not wearing any sort of dress, and going to walk inside.
Yep. Duran's going to just do the same thing. Just kind of mutter, "You meet Jamia."
There's kind of
walk in.
a nodding from the pile of clothing, or what you can assume is a nod. And you're all basically let in. Vincent, it's about that time that you would be showing up. Well, they'll let anybody in these days.
Who says that?
That's the pile of clothing.
Hello?
Letting anarchs in. Man, what a time to be alive. Or undead, I guess. I don't know.
It's Elysium. What do you expect?
Uh,
I mean, at least, when I used to be in the camp, that's what we did. We let everybody in, minus the shovelheads, but you know.
yeah. Yeah.
Nice to see you again. I like the new roughage you added to this.
It comes and it goes.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Here's a pair of boxer briefs I got for your pile. Just
You just toss it on there.
yeah, just eh? Eh?
Give me a wits and awareness roll.
Sure.
Let's see if if Vincent can pick up on this.
Right. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'd say you could do it. You kind of get this, like after you do you kind of place it on or just like toss it on?
I place it on. I don't like. No, rude.
You get the feeling that just kind of improved your credibility with Frank.
Mm,
Just sort of like a, okay, cool, yeah, this guy gave me a present type thing. Like, all right, I can respect that.
okay.
Nah, he's like, as you walk by, you hear a, have a good night, Baron.
You too, Frank, man. And
there's kind of a
yeah, yes.
finger gun back.
Vincent does finger
Yeah.
guns. Because why not? He's gonna walk in and another fucking Elysium. Let's go. Let's go mingle.
You've been told, I'm assuming, from the rest of the coterie and Jude, that there's the kind of swipe card sub basement thing that you're able to get down to with only that one particular certain elevator.
Okay.
You proceed down?
Yes.
Okay. So that would lead down to a hallway, and there are meeting rooms along either side of this particular hallway. But you've been here before with Prince Jude. You would know that the one that is the furthermost on the right is the meeting room of the Prince's Council. Do you all proceed to the meeting room? All right. So once you're in there, there's the standard large wooden table with the large back wooden chairs that are there, all meticulously made. And everyone is meeting here. I'm going to pass this along to you guys.
Jaw, where have you been? You've missed a lot.
Have I?
I mean, yes. It was a really interesting night last night.
Cato, it has been a little while. See, it is good to see you.
Mr. Giovanni, it's good
And
to
I
see you
did
as
not
well.
see any dismembered limbs or blood upstairs. That is saying something.
I'm learning a little bit about this collaboration thing.
Ah, see. I was thinking it might be a restraint, in which case I was going to say, that's not always the best lesson to learn.
Yeah, but in Elysium.
See. Though there are dumpsters out the back for a reason.
I'll keep that in mind.
Bueno.
Mordecai.
Ja, as I live and breathe.
Do you? Wait, what?
Where have you been? Tell us all the details.
Yeah, I can't exactly do that. But let's just say that others are no longer living or breathing.
Well, that is a shame.
Not really.
This is with the living and breathing. We don't do that for the most part. Well, okay. Technical terms, I suppose.
Jal looks at Vincent and just goes, this was her idea, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Of course it was. Nice to see you, Assassin's Creed. How you been? I heard you went missing for a little bit. What's going on? Did you go on a cruise or something? Or around Lake Superior?
Are all of them like this?
Who is them?
Bruja.
No, some of us are nicer, some of us are really mean, and then you have people that like to punch people's chest open. But you know. But it's good to see you. You look
Hmm.
So how's everyone's night going? Abigail, pleasure to see you as always. Morty, Nuran, hello.
And you as well.
You look radiant, Miss Abigail.
Radiant. Interesting. Interesting to say radiant about the undead. But I suppose I should take that as a compliment.
Is that
How
improper?
is my protege?
He's doing actually really good. Really, really good. He asked about you.
Interesting.
Yeah. He feels compelled. Oh, he was like rustled in his pocket. He told me to write. He wrote a letter and he told me to read it to you. I'll read it now. To Abigail. Hello. You are missed. Thank you for listening to my. What did he write? Ills or gills. I can't tell what this is. Thank you for listening and helping me on my blood sorcery journey. Love, Cody.
It's written in crayon, isn't it?
That's so sweet.
Yes.
That's so darling and sweet. I'll be sure to visit him maybe tomorrow night. Tonight we have a bit of a busy night.
I assume so.
While you have been pursuing other interests, Senor Cato, the number of mothers in our coterie has increased.
That's unfortunate.
Not
Well, okay,
by
so
the
not
usual way. This one
technically.
was adoption.
Well, I mean, it's basically I'm simply helping out to make sure that Cody doesn't do anything stupid and masquerade breachy, so to speak, with his.
We're collecting strays.
You know the easiest way to fix that.
But that's not necessarily the. Okay,
of
we'll
wood about
just agree to
Yale
disagree. We'll agree
You
to
can't
disagree.
break the masquerade if you're not alive.
A hunk of wood about yay long, and you can at least bring them out for the holidays.
None of us are alive. And what is this about staking people?
There's a
No
final
staking.
death.
No staking.
I don't.
I can introduce you.
If you
No,
want to get your
no.
blood burned, go ahead.
No.
Not
To
the only
catch
one
up.
that's fucking true.
Fair enough.
The Baron has been helpful.
On what has been going on for
If
Senor
the prince trusts you,
Cato
I will tolerate you, mostly.
and Senor
And
Mordecai.
likewise to you. I won't kill you tonight.
Great.
You were
Mr.
saying, Duran?
Giovanni,
Oh no! We got to get the posturing out of the way first. Apparently,
My
the
sword's
schoolyard
bigger.
threats, etc., etc.
Now I'm
Mordecai.
You say that, but I think if we go outside and demonstrate our sword length, I'll be one on top. But we're here for business,
You don't
not
strike
dick
me as a
measuring
top, my
contest.
friend. Mordecai
Oh,
wordlessly
come on, Morty.
pulls out his wallet, pulls out a $100 bill, walks over to Duran, hands him the $100 bill.
Duran takes it, tucks it in his side pocket.
I honestly thought
Grazie.
differently.
What did you think?
Oh no, it's
Nothing.
just a gentleman's wager.
See, small thing. But to catch people up, Senor Cato, while you have been gone, there is a new threat in town that is every bit as annoying and frustrating as the Sabat. It is an independent alliance of some of the Hakata and some of the ministry. They have already taken over a casino that we're aware of. They're potentially in North Vancouver. They've moved in on other cities. They are trying to start another sect of some sort and become a power base. It's irritating. The continued research into the demonic, he is risen or coming or passing through or doing his shopping or whatever it was, is currently still being explored. We are going through, we're waiting on words from the experts from both the Hakata, who are a little busy right now because of this independent alliance bullshit, and the Tremere, who are just generally busy with all sorts of things. So while we were kind of, and this brings Senor Mordecai up to speed as well, we decided to last night check the 3 locations that Baroness Nuanite had given us as our responsibility. Strange things are happening there related to the spirit world for the most part. We're not exactly sure what, they're all connected, but it was the 3rd location, which was the swimming pool in Stanley Park.
The second beach pool.
Second beach swimming pool. See,
Yes.
that is the one where we ran into our doppelgangers, though not exactly us. Apparently, a concurrent dimension where we are us, but slightly different. Where
I'm sorry.
Potentially, I and Senora Abigail and Senora Jude are of the same clan, but different sects. And Mordecai was of a different clan, but the same as Senor Vincenzo.
Abigail starts, you can see that Abigail's getting like noticeably giddy at all of this. And she's like, Mr. Duran, can I please just one moment?
See, science away.
So you know how Einstein and all these scientists, they said that there are infinite other dimensions, parallel universes, stuff like that. And everybody said, no, you know, probably not. We can't prove it. Apparently we can. This is so exciting. But of course we can't tell any of the, you know, the living, the humans, the kind. But so exciting. So you know how they all said that he was wrong. Well, he's not wrong. So amazing. Am I the only one who thinks that's amazing?
Did you Diablerize yourself?
No,
well,
we
it
weren't
wasn't
able to touch
corporeal.
See,
I'm just wondering, just to knock that off the table, just in case, like, can 2 of you exist in one place? Because in the movies,
can you imagine a second?
No. That's time travel. That's time travel.
Ah, that's the one.
And as far as amazing goes, I deal with the spirit world, which the humans continue to debunk and prove does not exist. So I am used to things that do not exist. We should all be used to things that do not exist. Most of the humans do not think we exist.
Like aliens, man. Right? That guy. The wild hair.
Oh, Abigail, I concur.
The memes.
I'm giddy too. I'm giddy about it because it's so
well,
cool.
I mean,
I am disturbed.
Job brought up a really good point. I mean, if I were
Aliens?
to diablerize, well, that too. But if I were to diablerize my own self from the other, would I like double my own power? What would happen? Would I
Only one way to find
would I
out.
lose humanity if it's uh, out of character? Would I lose humanity because it's myself? But anyway,
A very fair
but
question.
it's exciting. There's so much to learn about these. And Abigail just like
The one question I have right now is that while our clans have their secrets and we do not all share everything, if something like this, a meeting of dimensions, had happened previously, I would think that there would be some, at least, rumors within the clans. So why this and why now? And how is this indicating that we are even more deeply fucked than we were?
I mean, maybe there would be rumors, or maybe people like me get hired to make sure that they never get to see the light of day,
And most important,
figuratively speaking.
most importantly, what clan is my mirror universe, Mordecai?
I do not remember. They were
I don't
And
think
when can I
Mordecai was
meet
there.
them?
Mordecai
no,
was not
he was
there.
not, but he was
Also,
mentioned.
they were shadows. They weren't necessarily, us. But
And when
mine knew
can
the
I
secret
meet him?
handshake. Mine knew the secret handshake. And he probably knows anime that I haven't watched yet, which is impossible.
They mentioned a couple of clan names. They mentioned Davis, something like that, which was Senor Mordecai and Senor Vincenzo.
And I think it was Mickhet.
Mickhet
I
were the
was
other
a
three of
diva.
us. We did not ask about Senor Cato. We did not think to ask, but
It's probably for the
they
best,
were-
honestly.
see, there were a number of similarities and there were a number of very interesting differences. The prime minister's name was slightly different. Certain other details were slightly different.
So let's
Wow.
go. I'm anxious.
We are actually, we have arranged to, tonight we have the Coffin Club and this Trinity person and possibly
true.
some other things to clean up. So when speaking with our doppelgangers, we said that we would go and investigate what we could while they went investigated on their end. And we would meet them back in the park where we have a chance of running into Magni, the ever pissed off again.
I was
2 nights.
wondering about that part.
So it would be, he
That's
did not,
problematic.
they were not around. So we did not run into any of the shape changers. So at least we were lucky there. So tomorrow night we have 2 tasks. One is to meet our other dimensional duplicates at the swimming pool. And the second one is we have a Primogen meeting arranged to discuss this independent alliance and to make sure that everybody knows that we do not deal with them. They are to be ushered out of the city. Encouraged to go elsewhere. And by elsewhere, I mean another style of unlife.
The encouragement is violent.
The encouragement among the Primogen here is to make sure that they know which side has their best interests at heart. And of course, to ensure that, much like dealing with the Sabbat, they are prepared to deal with this new birthing sect harshly and terminally.
I believe that me and the sheriff can properly inspire.
Bueno, that would be good. Quite a number of them, from what I understand, are Hakata, and I feel no connection to those who would throw over their loyalties so easily, and feel that the best thing to do is to remove the cancerous flesh by burning it out.
I was speaking of the Primogen Council if they didn't want to get their asses in gear, but
If
I
the
am not
Primogen
afraid to get
Council
my hands
wishes
dirty.
to deal with this independent alliance, then
They need to be moving very fast. I want to make sure that their decision making is not the general blah, 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 blah. Let's talk ourselves in circles before we actually take an action. I don't have the patience for that.
bueno.
But tonight we're supposed to be dancing.
There was an
Dancing, yes.
advertisement in the newspaper, in the Personals, that
People still read
advertised.
newspapers.
Oh, see, they still have their uses for communicating. But someone advertised that if you wish to become a vampire and join the Children of the Night, come to the Coffin Club and ask after Trinity. I am thinking it is someone who has watched too much TV or movies. But at
Indeed.
the same time, if they, through their stupidity, highlight actions of our own people, this is problematic.
Yes,
And who knows? It might actually be somebody who's breaking the masquerade, or a young one who is playing some game. It is worth checking out. Though, there is that new TV show coming up. That new Interview with the Vampire TV show, which looks but every time they bring that stuff out, it becomes easier to keep the masquerade.
Indeed.
For a little while.
Twilight did nothing for us, though.
Honestly, that's horrible.
It set us
movie.
back dozens, if not hundreds of years.
The only advantage is it also made mockery of the shape changers.
And the Toreador.
I mean, yes, of course. I mean, the good thing about that was that everybody just thought that being a vampire was such a laugh. Ha 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 ha. Oh, I'm going to bite your neck. Ha 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 ha. It honestly kind of made things easier for a little while there, at least.
The whole babies thing really freaked me out. That literally.
I never said they were good. Shall we dance then? Shall we meet Trinity and, follow the White Rabbit or whatever?
This seems like Mordecai's play toy sort of thing. I'll leave the sword. What was that hesitation, Mordecai?
So much restraint. And we all already know that you have the sword on you at all times, so you're not fooling anyone.
It's like AET. We're home even when you're not.
Well, exactly. Dancing, are we? Let's go find this Trinity.
See, some of you can dance. Others of us will do what we do best.
You can dance if you want to.
No.
Oh, we're not leaving our friends behind.
I knew somebody was going to go down that path.
I mean,
which path? What path?
With the devil
Abigail's
under
like
the pale moonlight.
Disappointed and proud all at the same time.
Shall we go?
To the Mordecai mobile.
See.
Do you
Oh,
actually
you want to
call
show
it
up in a limo?
Well, yes, it's the Coffin Club.
All right. Is the limo at least black?
Darling, all of my limos are black.
Except the pink one.
Except the pink one.
We have a pink one.
That's the Pride limo. I bring her out on special occasions.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you have a fleet of 7 deadly sins limos.
Didn't I hear you call it the pink panty dropper once, or was that just me?
I might have mentioned something. I don't know.
Wow.
One day bleeds into another. It's all sort of a blur. I mean, it's
Uh-huh.
But yes, this one's a classy night, so I brought the black limo,
Excellent.
but not the pool. It's not that kind of night.
No, I should hope not.
No.
Shall we be off then?
Indeed.
So you're all headed towards where the Coffin Club will be located? I can make an
Indeed.
executive decision because I'm not sure if they actually have a set location. So this particular Coffin Club is going to be taking place at the Red Room in Vancouver, which is a real location, and I'll probably just throw up the website for that in the chat over there somewhere.
If they want to sponsor us,
Yeah,
we'll keep coming to the Red Room.
anytime they want to sponsor us, I will probably not say no. So that is located
Red Room.
in
Red Room.
Gastown.
Red Room.
It's a little tricky to pull up a limo in front of due to the fact that it is on a slope and there really isn't that much parking in that particular area, especially at this particular point in time at the night. So
We should have
The
called
limo-
ahead.
The limo is just going to double park while we get out, and then it'll go and park somewhere else.
all right.
It's about the show. It's not about like leaving it where
They're going to leave it in the middle of the street.
yeah, or even park it along the front where, normal club goers can touch it. I mean, come on.
You. What the?
So
No.
you double park and everybody piles out. Then the limo kind of drives on, and once you are out of the limo, you can definitely tell that this is the location where a particular goth night will be taking place. There's a larger bouncer out front. There is kind of a roped off area where it leads into a it's a set up perfectly straight door, but due to the fact that it's on a gigantic hill, you can definitely tell that people would have problems if they were drunk stumbling out of this place. But you can feel the music. It's got you can feel the bass even outside of the club. It's almost, due to the nature of it going like, you can kind of feel like it in your rib cages. It's almost like your heart's beating again. And you said you were activating Mordecai?
Yes. I didn't do so well this time.
What?
I know. I'm disappointed.
You just leave
What does your not doing so well actually mean, though?
7 successes.
Exactly.
It's practically a failure for me. It's upsetting.
versus anyone else's complaint.
No one's going to be paying attention to me, and it's terrible.
I dropped an image of the line outside of this place in the Discord, and I was like, imagine life without Mordecai and having to stand in this.
So is it that we're trying to bypass the line or that we're trying to bypass cover?
I don't care about cover.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes,
Cover.
Joanna.
Because
Yes,
Abigail taps Mordecai on the shoulder and whispers in his ear, "Good goths pay cover," and pulls out like cover, like a bunch of bills, just cover.
Darling, I am not a goth.
Well,
What's a
you're
goth?
going to a goth club, and you should
Oh,
be paying
fine,
cover.
I'll take cover.
Oh, is that like
I'll
that,
take-
that movie, The Crow?
Yes.
Is that a
Something-
goth?
Actually.
An obsession with light makeup and black lipstick and really lacy black things. I don't know.
The Crow was actually
listening to
really
industrial
good.
music,
I want to get Jude to watch it with me. It'd be pretty cool.
high arching vaulted architecture, gargoyles.
So you go through the front door. There's a little bit less of a lineup than what is shown in that particular picture. You make it through the front doors. There's kind of a...
I make a point to stop at the door person, look at Abigail, and ask, what is cover, my good friend?
it's like $20.
I give him 100.
Thank you, Mordecai.
Pay for cover in there.
Oh, thank you. And I just walk in.
And there's a long hallway once you make it through the front doors, and there's like the coat check on the left-hand side. You're just throwing money at people?
No. But I left the 100 with the guy.
Okay. But yeah, they're kind of... that would be that particular section where you would pay cover.
So I'll go over there, pull out, I don't know, $300, a couple of hundreds in my hand, sort of thing, just grabbing into the wallet, stuff it in his hand.
Yeah, and they're like kind of motioning that you get stamped.
For my closest friends, and I don't know how many ever that counts for.
Is that VIP status at that much?
Yeah, we don't have a VIP status.
Well, then
thing.
just count the difference for the number of people that are coming in behind us.
All right. And they like
They'll
stamp
know
your
who did
hand
it.
or your wrist or whatever.
Abigail leans over to Mordecai again and says, thank you for supporting the local music scene.
Marked by the Goths.
When they go to stamp Jaw's hand, Jaw just activates Daunt and goes, no, I'm
Okay.
not doing that.
What is this for, this stamp thing?
So you can get back in.
When I
Oh, we don't
leave,
plan to
I
leave.
leave. I don't plan to. I am not a cat.
Well, it's if you're
Go out the door, in the door, out the door, in the door.
If you go for like a smoke or something,
I don't smoke.
well, you
I
might
hate
not.
fire.
Somebody else might. Or if we have like, because there's a venue just down the street, right? Some people go back and forth between venues, hang out with friends.
You can stamp my hand, man. Come on.
Oh, he's still talking.
Bueno.
I love this. Duran, we're like
All right,
slumming.
I'm gonna see you guys on the floor. Be cool. Be cool. He's just gonna.
It is a
Move
little
out.
different
This
than
is
the
so
clubs I'm
quaint.
used to in Toronto.
This is so quaint. I feel like I'm slumming.
So down at the end of the hallway, there's a door on the right where you go through, and then it basically immediately opens up into the area where the actual club itself is, and the music is considerably louder here. And there is a large amount of people on the dance floor. Coffin Club is run by DJ Pandemonium and DJ Evelyn 13, which are real people. You can look them up. They run some club nights here on Twitch, actually. Little shout out to them. Restricted Entertainment. And it's a fairly good crowd on the dance floor. And there's people who are, milling about on the sides. There's booths set up on the right-hand side once you go in, which leads to kind of a smaller bar where there's only one person actually at the bar. And speaking of differences between Toronto and Vancouver, there's a line for the bar. Not a line around the bar, like it is a physical line that leads away from the bar where people get their drink, pay, wander off, and then the line moves forward.
They queue
Like an
for
actual
the bar?
queue.
Yeah, there's an actual queue.
It's adorable.
I've seen it happen.
What world does this happen?
This is the world of darkness.
So-
Vancouver goth world.
Like our own, but more gritty.
Like
More
our
real.
So
own, but darker, and there's queues for the bar. So,
How horrifying. Horrifying.
yeah. Ah!
Oh no.
Yeah, Abigail, you were saying?
So Abigail actually taps Vincent on the shoulder, Baron Vincent on the shoulder before he takes off, and she says to everybody, "Okay, so what is the actual plan? Like, what is our plan of attack, so to speak? Who is doing what?" And Duran, do you have any ideas?
As a storyteller note, though, this is all happening fairly loud, and everybody's probably having to lean in to hear.
Not with earpieces.
True, but the music is still pretty loud. They're earpieces,
So-
not earplugs.
Abigail's saying this loud enough to be heard by the group, but not loud enough to be really heard outside the group.
Okay.
My thought was to ask around and find this Trinity person and then ascertain what they are, who they are, what they're offering, whether they're a threat of any sort, and then deal with it appropriately.
All
Though
right.
it would also be handy to check the crowd to see if there are any others.
Abigail's going to turn on Sense the Unseen, which
I
she
knew
should
you'd
have
say
done
that.
earlier. And actually, she's going to rouse. She's going to put on Blush of Life. She passed that rouse.
Sense the unseen, wits and aspects, or resolve and aspects, whichever one you have the higher dice pool in.
And because I like to live dangerously, I'm also rousing my resolve, which I also passed.
Damn it.
I mean, you've got this is literally your
Scene.
entree platter here. This is
Mhm.
There is, if anyone
I'm
is
learning
using,
so much about Abigail just by watching this crowd.
if anyone is actually breathing or using any heightened senses of any kind, there's a distinct smell to a goth club, and it's not necessarily unpleasant, but there's definitely like kind of a sweat smell, but it's not. You can definitely tell that there's body heat in the area.
The scent of clove cigarettes,
Clove cigarettes,
the
PVC,
scent of
and leather.
PVC, sweat, leather, and desperation.
I felt that
That
I
last
wanted
part
to.
being the most important
Yes.
one.
I felt that I wanted to crit on this one, so I blew a willpower, and I did in fact crit. So I have 4 normal successes, and then a crit. So that is 8 successes
8
altogether.
successes.
Nice.
So you close your eyes a few times. The supernatural essence of you kind of spreads out to touch anything else, to basically have you sense if there are anything that is here that is not of the material plane. And there's a few vampires that are here. You can definitely tell. Some of them have like smaller crowds around them. The DJ booth has a vampire.
Do I know? Let's play a game. Do I know the DJ?
No. Abigail would know of the DJ, but not necessarily know them personally. It being restricted entertainment in a coffin club, there's generally about 6 or 7 people in the DJ booth at any particular point in time. Just, there's people dancing in the background while the DJ is doing their thing. There's people on the dance floor. You can definitely tell that at least 2 of the people on the dance floor are of the vampiric persuasion, and one particular person along the far wall, of which there is more booths on the other side of the dance floor, is of a... Let's get a wits and occult roll from you, or an intelligence and occult. Let's do that. See if you've actually had any experience encountering this particular supernatural before.
I think she has, actually. Out of character.
And along the right side, there is another kind of mini bar that is not open at the point in time. And there's kind of smaller crowds mixed in there. One of which seems one particular person in one of these kind of smaller crowds seems to be a vampire. And the result?
4 successes.
I would say that you've heard of this particular type of supernatural before, but you've never actually seen one in person. This has kind of a werewolfish feel to it, as you've encountered werewolves before, but it is you're kind of getting the feeling that it's like a werewolf light. Like it's not a full werewolf, it's like the Miller Lite of werewolves.
Creepy crawly.
Abigail relays this to the group and she says, so where do we want to start? Who wants to take what area?
I'm going to the bar.
Are you
I'm going to do what I do best.
queuing up in the bar?
No. I'm just going to cut the line, pull out a wad of $100 bills, and lean in. Drinks for myself and all of my friends. And gesture to the line.
They're like, initially they're like, fuck this guy. But then you like slap down a couple $100.
Also, I have awe on, so literally everyone I walk past is paying attention to me.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, then that'll make them more annoyed at you if you're trying to cut the line. I mean, there's
That's
certain
fair.
rules for presence in certain times, but if you try to cut a line, that will take away successes.
Sure.
But you slap down the couple hundreds, and everybody's like, and then the bartender's like, "This guy's paying for drinks," and then the line gets longer, and everybody's like, "Yay!"
Yep.
Duran, Baron, Chaw.
I want to go dance. You want to dance with me, Miss Abigail?
I can try to dance. My
I can show you. It's not a problem. Come on.
All right.
You'll like grab
We will
your wrist and
and Abigail makes sure that she kind of gestures over to the ones that she knows are kindred, and so that
I'm assuming brief
can-
descriptions are given, so that anybody who's listening on the earpieces would know what is what.
okay. So Abigail, like, she gets dragged by the Baron. She says, "Somebody take care of the others."
You do realize I'm going to make you roll for this, right?
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna fail.
Dex and athletics.
It's okay. You're not going to be
Step
the only
together,
person who
step
failed a
together,
dancing
step
role at this
together.
place. I guarantee it.
Do the robot at a completely
yeah.
inappropriate time.
I honestly thought that was a
Okay.
hack. I thought that was a hack at Jude.
So this is, you know what? I'm really doing badly with my hunger management right now. I decided that I was going to
Abigail.
close my decks, and so I
Abigail?
have 3 hunger right now.
You should eat some of these.
Why are you
Yes,
embarrassing
later.
yourself?
Oh, look, there's so many of them. I will eat them, but you have to be quiet and let me do my work. All right?
Low class goths.
And- oh,
What the?
shut up.
Why? Go somewhere
Oh,
classy.
shut up.
Go somewhere upscale.
Mordecai's
I
place.
don't have the money for that. And Abigail's like, I'll eat it. Just shut up.
Use the Sedite. He's got money. That's what we
Shut
did in the war.
up, Winston.
You said
It's
it in the
not
war for
polite,
money?
Winston. Shut up.
Could have happened.
Let's see what these rolls are looking like on the dance. Yeah, I thought Ja was hacking on Jude for saying that there may have been some failed dance rolls. But I think.
Oh no,
I
that
think
was
you
not
just
just
mean the
about
regular,
Jude.
the regular goth contingent. Yeah, they're like picking the apple and examining it, and then throwing it away.
changing the light bulb, swatting flies.
I critted.
What dances did I learn from Fortnite? Oh, I'm gonna do those.
I got four successes and crits.
You got the crit for 4 successes. Vincent, how's your dance roll going? Let's do a dance in athletics. Or a dex in athletics, not dance in athletics. That's just ridiculous.
I mean, that can work too. You know what?
Why
Let's
is this
tip the beast.
brutalizing on me on Google Meet? It's not Texas athletics. It's
Yes!
dance. Dance.
I mean, it could be Texas.
I tempted the beast, and it did not bite me in the dick. So we're
In the
good.
keister.
Yeah, it did not bite me there. It's an athletics.
Oh, keister. Keister, you have no problem with Google Meet. Yeah, great. Thanks. Not Key Street Easter. Fuck's sakes.
Oh God, no!
Is that a critical
I have-
fail?
No, I got a messy crit.
Oh.
4, 5, 6, 7.
You
I
get a
have to
little
picture this.
hungrier, but
That's fine.
your brain kind of shifts into a different mode as the hunger increases, and you're feeling kind of dry, a little peckish, and you cut a rug. Like everybody, there's some people that are like
Angry dancing.
kind of annoyed with you because you keep like elbowing into them as you're dancing.
Yeah.
Golden
But you're dancing
bows.
really good.
Yep.
Mosh pit in the middle of the.
That's how you do it, Abigail. That's how you fucking do it.
Yeah, and like your personality kind of shifts a little bit extra. You get a little bit more aggressive when you're elbowing people kind of out of the way, making sure that you need space for your dancing. Like, people need to move out of the fucking way for you. So, is anyone going over to any of these particular people?
I would say less going over to and more stalking them.
It's a goth club. You're basically just leaning up against the wall and glaring at people, like doing the.
I'm actually going to roll a stealth on this because I want to blend in as much as vampirely possible.
All right. Let's do, instead of a stealth, because stealth would be something that you would be kind of, outside, able to sink into the shadows a little bit easier. Let's do a dex and either streetwise or etiquette, whichever one happens to be higher.
Oh, they're both the same.
Ones?
Uh-huh. That is 4. It's a crit, but it's a messy crit.
It's a little easy to do. It's a goth club. The lights are down, the kind of laser light shows going over the crowd. There's the smoke
Got my
machine is basically going, and like you're easily able to kind of either slide into a booth and kind of be able to keep an eye on the vast majority of the area, or just lean up against a wall. But yeah, they don't seem to be doing, from your observation, they don't seem to be doing anything, like they're not blatantly feeding or anything like that. They just seem to be the types that are going out with their friends, having a good time. They just, to a casual observer who hasn't been tipped off that they're of the supernatural persuasion, they just seem to be regular goths hanging out, having a time.
I am specifically looking for people who are pulling aside randos.
There is no one who's pulling aside randos.
Well, if after about 10 minutes of observation I don't see that, then I'm heading towards the bathrooms.
Well.
Because where else do you pull aside randos?
They're goths, Jaw. They all want to be vampires.
So when
Yeah.
you first go into the club, there are booths along the right. There's kind of a booth that's centered out on the left. If you proceed along where the booths are, you end up at the first mini bar, which is the only one that seems to be running, and there's a long queue now that is stretching out even further than it was before. And beyond that, there's kind of an alcove, I guess would be the best way of describing it. And above that, there's a neon sign that says facilities. That would be where the washrooms are located. And down at the end of that particular hallway is basically the men's room, unless you would like to go into the ladies' room. Totally up to you. I make no judgments.
I am more just waiting outside of the bathroom. And if someone asks me, I'm waiting for a friend.
Okay. Yeah, eventually somebody comes up and they're like, is there a lineup? You going in?
No, just go.
Right, okay. Then they just go in. There doesn't seem to be any activity of like dragging people aside. And there's the cat. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything untoward going on. Just seems like
I'll pass this
regular
along to the crew then.
bathroom activity.
Right.
Matter of fact, you know what? That person who approaches me, I'm like, do you know a Trinity?
Trinity. Oh yeah, Trinity. Yeah, they're not. I don't think they're here yet. And he's like looking around, trying to. No, I don't. I don't see her here yet. I don't think she's here.
Where does she normally hang out?
Oh, she usually. And he points like to the far end where the other, the non-in-use bar is. He's like, yeah, usually I see her like hanging out with a bunch of friends down in like that area. Can't miss her. She's like all PVC white getup. She even has
Excellent,
like
thank
the
you.
white contacts on. I don't know.
And Mordecai tries to do a more Jesus Christ. Ja tries to do a Mordecai thing and he pulls money out of his wallet, but they're just singles, and he just hands them to the guy and it's like $3. And he's like, here, thanks for your time. And then just walks away.
It's been a while for you, Prince. You haven't played with us for a while, but they're loonies up in Canada.
They're coins.
Whatever.
Just hand him like 3 coins.
Yeah.
He's like, thanks.
Fucking Canada.
Fives are blue, so it's all good.
Yeah, the 5s are blue. Thanks, man. And he like goes in the washroom.
You're welcome. See, I can be nice. I know it. I knew I could be nice.
Now the
Good
question
job.
on that is, are you trying to convince the folks watching at home, or are you trying to convince the storyteller that so you can get back some humanity?
Get back humanity. You're funny.
What's that?
Duran. What is Duran up to?
So there was Abigail had pointed out a vampire down near the non-functional minibar area,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
So Duran is going to drift down that way subtly as well. And I will take some Dex plus etiquette action.
Okay.
And there's a reason Joanna is wearing the black trench coat and this particular hat. I'm going to argue that I can use my my fashion specialty for an extra dice to blend in and not appear as something to attract attention.
All right. Let's go with the Dex and etiquette or streetwise.
All right. Okay. I don't think we're going to need to rouse anything yet. Oh, no, we do not need to rouse anything yet. That gives me 3 successes.
3 successes. Not quite as subtly as Ja, but you kind of blend in a little bit. You're keeping an eye on things. The person that Abigail described is someone who has a black poofy shirt with a black vest on and just complete Robert Smith hair.
Bueno. I'm going to get kind of close to that crowd and just kind of eavesdrop.
They seem to be talking about random mundane things like, have you heard the new Sisters of Mercy, etc., etc. There's discussion back and forth. Oh, it wasn't as good as their previous albums, and general all around goth snobbery. What is Mordecai up to?
Well, Duran is going after one. What are the other ones?
There was one in the DJ booth that was noticed. There was at least 2 on the dance floor, one of which may or may not have been elbowed by Vincent. And there was the random, not quite werewolfish, potentially, that is over on the far side of the dance floor.
Okay. Did Ja relay the outfit that this Trinity would normally be?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is there anyone on the dance floor who's matching that
Not at
white
all.
description? Okay. All right. Then let me just head over to the one of the ones that isn't a werewolf.
The only 2 would be on the dance floor or in the DJ
Oh.
booth.
Well, that's not very fun. I'll go over to the werewolf one.
All right. Are you doing this stealthily, or are you leaving?
I have awe on, so no.
There's people that are keeping an eye on you through as you're walking, making your way through.
I'm basically making a wake through the anywhere I move.
Yeah.
Of sorts.
Well, there's on the left side of the dance floor. There's basically kind of a path, so you don't have to cut through the actual dance floor.
Touche.
And people are keeping an eye on you as you go through.
So I make my way up to that one. Female presenting, male presenting?
That one would be male presenting. They seem kind of scruffy a little bit.
They look like they fit in a goth club.
Yes. Yeah, they've got like black clothing. They've kind of got the kind of bondage pants type thing going on with the crossed straps on the back.
So I'll approach them. And they're like just sort of leaning petulantly against the wall.
There's like 2 or 3 people that are around them. They seem to be hanging out.
So I move up to them and kind of lean in. With a 50 sort of in my fingers. The moment Trinity gets here, send her my way.
They reach out and they grab the 50 from you, and they're like, "Sure, no problem." They put it in their pocket. Give me a wits and awareness for everybody.
I want it. I want it.
I mean, presence works in mysterious ways. You basically just told somebody a very good suggestion, and they will take that suggestion and your money.
Uh-huh.
1 success for Abigail, 2 for Vincent, 5 for Duran, 4 for Mordecai, and 1 for Ja. All right. Duran, you would be the first person to recognize this, as you were kind of on the left side of the dance floor. So you kind of got a straight line of vision right across to where the people would actually come into the club. You see somebody who is dressed completely in white PVC. They come in, they've got PVC thigh-high boots, kind of a corset that looks like it's made of PVC, the white hair that kind of is fairly long. It looks like it's kind of like shaved about halfway, so that just the back, but it's poofy. And she comes in the door, and there's like kind of an entourage of about 4 people that are around her. And you can tell from the description and everybody subsequently down the line with the number of successes kind of realizes that at this particular point in time, because somebody coming into a goth club dressed completely and utterly in white is not exactly hard to, miss. And you realize that this would probably be the Trinity as described. And it's at that point we're going to take a bit of a break. So come on back after the break, everybody, and see how they deal with Trinity. Welcome back, everybody. They are at the Coffin Club, which is a real club night in Vancouver, and they've been scoping some people out. And apparently, the person that they're looking for has just come through the door with a bunch of people. Again, if you're just joining us, it is somebody who is dressed all in white PVC. They have thigh-high white PVC boots on, and they have a shock of white hair. That is, it looks like it's shaved. The front part is shaved, kind of like the Borg Queen-esque type thing, I would say, and the rest is kind of poofed up. And they come in. It looks like they're, saying hello to some people, having a good time.
So Duran is gonna, because he got the good roll and noticed first, he's gonna tap the earpiece and go, "It appears that the White Queen has arrived for the Hellfire Club with her court. If somebody with the eyes could take a peek and see if they are indeed one of us."
Storyteller, is this still the same scene?
It is still the same scene, yes.
Okay, then I should have Sense the Unseen up.
Correct.
I should be able to see, with 8 successes or however many I had, I should probably be able to see kind of an aura and be able to tell, is this
You can
person
see a
kindred?
pale aura on this person.
And knowing that this is probably a kindred.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I relay that to the group. Now, given that this is a kindred,
Bueno.
is this a kindred that we recognize from Elysium or at all from anywhere else? That's
Not
interesting.
at all.
Okay.
None of you have seen or heard of this person in the past. Nothing from Elysium, nothing from Surrey, any Anarch contacts you may have had. Not a thing.
Okay. So I just relay to the group that it's kindred, but that we don't know if that, I don't recognize her. Abigail doesn't recognize her.
Too bad Jude isn't here. This would be an excellent opportunity to make an example of someone.
Well,
See,
as
but
her
the
seneschal, you are her
seneschal
deputy.
is here. See.
Yeah, but I can't make the example to her. To her, she needs to learn this.
Oh, understood.
We will record it. I have a small camera. I will take pictures.
It's the click and wind ones, the disposable Kodak.
I'm thinking of the one you have to put the little cape over your face.
Oh my God.
Is it safe for us all to approach, or should we not overcrowd her?
Which
I
direction is she heading in as she comes in, Storyteller?
She's kind of stopped a little bit, like past the threshold, and there's some people coming up. She's kind of sticking around the booths on the right hand side when you first come in.
Storyteller.
That's me.
Do any of the known people that Abigail mentioned that are kindred, do they look in her direction?
Not a one.
Nobody? Okay.
Now,
Suspicious.
it was Jaw found out that she tends to hang out down at the end where Duran is hanging out. Are any of the people down at that end looking her direction or moving in her direction?
It's kind of like a club scene, so there's the odd person that's moving around here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them seem to be going in that direction, but some of them seem to be like going to and or from the dance floor. Like it's kind of new song comes
nothing
on.
Obvious.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to be anything obvious.
So into the earpiece. Let us give our Trinity a little bit to settle in. Let's not scare her when she's close to the exit.
Understood.
However, if somebody would like to slide towards the exit and cut off that way out.
Any takers?
I thought Ja was raising his hand for a minute there.
Yeah, this is definitely a job for Ja.
So Ja, when last we saw Ja was over by the facilities, I believe. So that would require you basically kind of going past her to the exit.
That's okay. I don't care if she sees me.
Okay.
And I'm also using Daunt to make sure that I have a space.
There's definitely a clearance of people as you move towards the exit.
I would think between Daunt and Obvious Predator, it's the kind of thing where you run into the short, slim man where you're just like, you know what? That still looks like someone I don't want to fuck with.
Oh yeah. They're definitely giving you a wide berth.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's the small bouncers you don't fuck with.
They fight dirty, like.
Mm-hmm.
As a former bouncer, I can confirm the ones that are tiny are the ones you should be the most scared of.
So yeah, you're easily able to make it over to where the exit is.
Okay. I'm in position.
Park in there, yeah.
Abigail is going to turn to Vincent and just say, Baron, I think that we should just keep dancing and keep our eyes on our friend Trinity over there. Don't give her any reason to. All right. And while glancing around, Abigail is also glancing around to see if her hacker friend has shown up.
Not as of yet.
Okay.
I think that's a good idea, Abigail. You ever did the golf tango before?
I'm not sure if I know even what that is, but I can try if you lead.
Put your arms out like this.
Okay.
And we're going to move like the tango, but goth style, so you can get a clear view.
Okay. All right. I get this. And do my dance successes still apply?
Absolutely not.
Oh, fuck.
That's a new role. You are doing something different, so that's a new rule.
But my dex is still up?
Yeah, your dex is still up. Yeah, that'll last until you guys leave.
Yay. Okay, so I'm going to redo it.
And for everybody playing the home game, Concrete Bond's Bloodletting has just come on.
I didn't crit, but I have 5 successes.
Okay.
Crit. 4, 5,
Messy.
6. No, this is regular.
No, okay, just reg crit.
It's regular crit, not
6 and a 5.
I gotta take a picture of this because this is crazy.
So, it seems to be a goth tango that's going on. I have no idea how to describe that as a storyteller. I have my limitations, I'll admit it.
The goal is to try to keep Abigail and Vincent kind of like in each other's face, but like we'll turn around.
Okay.
Like, so we can be a 360 all around. Yes.
So like Thriller.
Yes.
Like Thriller. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
All right.
What's going on right now?
I'm having trouble looking away now.
I have Pulp Fiction in mind.
Yeah, he's angry dancing, right? Yeah, so
elbows flying all over the place.
Yeah. Exactly.
Out of sorts, Travolta. And
I'm not looking at anyone. No, I'm not.
Spot, making sure that the bugs are out of the way. Yeah.
Madonna.
So Ja's in position. The person that you have kind of tagged as Trinity seems to be kind of moving further into the club, partially to get away from Ja, partially because it just seems like they seem very socialite-ish for this particular scene, I would say. saying hello to people, stopping by to talk with certain people. They seem to be just beyond. There's a two step just beyond one of the booths. When you first go in, there's a booth on the left, and there's a two steps down, and then there's kind of a walkway. They're on there, which is where the lineup for drinks is starting to actually slow down, and people adding to it for the couple of free drinks that a couple $100 would buy, because it's not that much, especially in a Vancouver club. Like, holy shit. So what is everybody doing? This seems to be about 50% or so of the way to where Duran would be. So she's making her way over there. She's just not there yet.
I think Abigail is going to motion to Vincent that while they're dancing, they're going to be slowly kind of inching over towards that direction, just so that they're
Absolutely.
kind of tracking.
He's right there following you.
All right.
And Mordecai, when you look over and see stuff, you hear from behind you, yeah, that's probably Trinity.
Money well earned. Thank you. And she's not moving in this direction. She's sort of going around.
No, you are actually over. You're basically from the main area that you would come in. You are on the far corner, like
Okay.
kitty corner to it. She is moving along the wall when you first come in. If you turn directly left, she'd be moving along that way, because there's an alcove on the other side, which would have like more booths and the bar that isn't in use at the moment.
So tempted. But I won't do it. I won't do it. Not yet. It's too far away to actually engage eyesight. Yes?
You could probably engage eyesight at that
If I
particular
can catch
distance.
her eyes, I want to flash eyes of the serpent at her. And
That'd
stop
be
in
a
her
little
tracks.
too far.
Yeah,
That'd be a
that's what I figured.
little hard to do. What with like it's low lighting, and
Exactly.
there's like lasers and stuff going off and smoke machines.
And I have awe going already.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I will just make my way over there, sort of straight in a way. Yeah, straight-ish. Sort of anticipate where she's going to be.
Meander over. She's moving fairly slowly though. Like, she's doing the social butterfly thing, kind of heading in that direction, but not necessarily moving with any sort of alacrity at all.
I want to end up slightly behind so I can get her attention.
Okay. You mean slightly ahead?
Oh no, she would have to then, if I get, give her a tap, she would have to turn around
Okay.
and face me directly.
Yeah, you could probably kind of cut up through. There's a little bit of a raised platform on the
Because I already
dance
have awe
floors.
going on, so people are going to be paying attention to me anyway. So
Yeah, so that's what I mean. You'd probably want to go head on as opposed to
Yeah.
try to sneak around behind. Cause
you're right.
watch you
She'd
the
probably just
entire
end up
time.
watching me anyway.
Yeah, so she's
This
kind of
curse.
glancing over at you. But, she's saying hello to people, and they're having conversations. What is everyone else doing? Ja's maintaining position. Duran, I'm assuming, is maintaining position. Abigail and Vincent are dancing their way over. So it would probably interact with Duran first. Probably be an interaction there.
So she gets over to kind of that area.
Yeah, she's kind of making her way over there. There's a couple since you've been kind of staking out that particular area. There's been kind of dance floor movage. Some people have come on, some people have come off. There's not a probably about 4 or 5, maybe 6 people that are kind of around you, just kind of filling up the booths that are in that area and talking with their friends, having drinks, etc., etc. And she would probably be kind of moving semi past you in order to get to one of the booths that is there.
Excellent. If she just, I'm just going to let her go past. Does she slide into the booth, sit down?
As she's going past you, she reaches out her hand to you and she's like, "Oh, hi, I'm Trinity. I haven't seen you around before."
Ah, ciao, Trinity. You are exactly who I was looking for.
Oh, really?
Amazing how I was reading a little thing in the newspaper.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah.
See, and it caught my attention. It intrigued me. So I thought I would come down, and here you are, like right here in front of me. I don't have to go meandering through the club asking about where I would find this Trinity person. I've just been here a few minutes myself, kind of settling in.
Yeah, kind of easy to find. So do you want to?
Well, I would like to discuss it first. Sure, it's not just quite so easy as to go, yes, indeed, here we are. A little bit of hocus pocus abracadabra, and
I know, right? You have to make plans. I don't know.
see,
You have to make
I mean,
sure that you're in the shape that you want to be in for the unlife.
see, and I must say that your shape and your sartorial smartness are both. Should we sit down?
Oh yeah,
and have a chat.
I regularly have this booth, and then she's like her friends, the gaggle of like 4 to 5 people that were kind of tailing along with her, kind of make their way into the booth. And come on, let's have a chat. Let's discuss it.
Okay, so I'm going to let her slide into the booth, and I'm going to slide into the same side.
Okay.
So that there's no way she's getting out, without scrambling over me. And as she sits down, I'm going to say, I also have some friends of mine since I have come to the city who are also interested in this. They might join us in a minute or two, with the headset being on, obviously, so that they can hear that. But I have to ask, when did you become, what are you called? The child of the night?
No, we prefer the term vampires.
Bueno. So how did you, is it painful? Is
A
it
little
awkward
bit.
and messy?
A little bit at first. There was the draining of all my blood, that sort of thing. I can do the same for you if you want.
I am interested very much, very much. Now, yeah, so your progenitor, the one who brought you over and gave you this dark gift.
Cassandra.
My vamp daddy? Yeah.
See. Where did you meet him here at this club?
It's Cassandra.
No.
Damn.
No, I met him in Seattle.
Oh,
He's a vampire.
Oh, so what brought you up here from Seattle?
Well, I was just visiting Seattle, and then I, got turned into a vampire, obviously.
No, was it at the club night, or is there
Yeah,
a place in Seattle where you go and
Well,
they
there's
do this thing?
regular club nights in Seattle. We just went down, hang out, got turned into a vampire, and then I came back up here.
See. And do you get lessons? Do they give you a handbook? I mean, I'm sure it's not just so simple as you become a vampire and now you're off into the night to nibble on necks and have the occasional cocktail.
Well, it's kind of like that.
Do you believe? Has she made others?
So, of course, using the newspaper, I can't check Yahoo reviews or Google reviews to, see what people think. But have you brought
Yelp.
many others over onto this darkness?
Oh yeah, like all the people here. They're what I like to call my pack
That's
of vampires.
Bueno, I see. I see.
Don't
And,
say.
how long have you been a vampire? Not
It's-
not centuries. No. I
Well,
mean, if it was a club night in Seattle.
like 5 years or so, give or take. I want to say.
5 years. That is okay. So that is a good start. Difficult to tell that you're not aging. Could I? And I'm going to kind of look around. Could I, if nobody's watching, could I see the teeth? Are they real?
Give me a wits and awareness. Kind of want to see if you've been paying attention the entire time.
1, 2, 3. That's a 3.
She basically, it's kind of hard to notice at first, but she does have longer, like, canine teeth. Oh yeah, see? And she like shows you that her canine teeth are
Ah.
longer.
Bueno. And do you have to, like, you can't go out in the daylight? You have to stay.
Not really, no.
Not really.
No.
So you could go out if you wanted to. You would just have to, like, wear SPF 5,000 or something.
Well, not 5,000. Like, I generally go with SPF 75, but, you get a little suntan every once in a while.
Bueno. And okay, now this is the fun one. I've heard, of course, I have seen the movies, the Dracula and the Lestat and everything, and some have powers. Do you have? Are you faster or stronger or harder to kill or?
I'd say I'm more resilient.
Bueno.
And then you hear one of you've kind of seen through dealing with kindred politics, you've seen kind of the cattiness and the, oh, somebody's in charge, so I want to be in charge type pettiness. And one of the women that's in the gaggle pipes up at that particular point in time and says, in bed.
That is, so becoming a vampire, I could become more attractive to the ladies then.
Yeah, probably.
That is a big selling point.
I mean, you are dressed kind of retro, let's be honest.
It is my passion. It is. I enjoy some of the slickness of the. Honestly, the 80s. That was when the goth scene was really taking off.
Yeah, it's a little before my time.
See, I was very young at that point too. But
yeah,
now,
I wasn't like born at that time.
That is what I'm thinking. You still have that beautiful blush of life.
Sure,
Now,
that's what we'll call it.
Now, I'm going to take it. We don't do this right here in this booth, right? You have someplace quiet and private we can go to. Is there a ceremony?
There's a little bit of a ceremony, yeah.
Bueno. And you're going to the rest of your pack that they're here. They will all be involved in the ceremony. I would like to meet them all if I'm going to join.
I mean, we could.
Fantastico. Where shall we go? Oh, is this going to cost me money? I
A
only
little
brought
bit.
about 6,000. So, it's not
Well,
everything
that's
I have, but
perfect. That's almost the exact amount you would
bueno,
need.
that's fantastic. That is amazing. That is such what do you call it when things just happen the way they should? Synchronicity, let us say.
Happenstance.
Happenstance is good too. However, the police do not have an album named that, so I'm not as friendly with it.
The Who?
No, not the Who, the police. But don't worry about
What?
that is a Sting thing. No, there's never been a band called the What. But do not worry. That is it. Once you have made me a vampire, I will introduce you to the melodic sounds of Sting. He is an amazing artist, just incredible. He does such creepy songs.
Wait, Sting. He was on. Wait, is that the guy from Only Murders in the Building?
See, that is the one. You watched
Wow.
that too? That was an
Yeah.
amazing little TV series.
That was a great
fantastic.
series.
See, that was just wonderful. But so yeah, I am rather eager to join the Children of the Night. Do you have a private room here at the club that you, or do we like step out into the alley at the back, or
I mean,
where are we going to go?
well, okay, here's the deal though. We can't do it tonight because we're here, we're socializing, we're all hanging out, we're having a good time, right? You don't want to
See.
interrupt it with that vampire stuff. So I'll tell you
See.
what. Give me half up front. And then in like a couple nights, we'll set it up so that you can come over to where we turn people into vampires, and then we can turn you into a vampire.
Oh, you'll have
Now
a
I wanna
special
adopt her
place
for
to
sure.
do this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Bueno. You still drink the alcohol? Yeah. See.
Yeah. Obviously.
Okay. How about you grab all of your pack and bring them to this booth, and I will buy a round of drinks for everybody so I can meet them and
they're
say
already
introduce myself.
They're already here. It's just
Oh,
all
see, but
these.
just these people all right here.
Yeah.
Bueno. I should introduce you to my friends too, because again, you know what? They each. My friend Robert, he will pay gladly. He's not got quite $6,000. He's only got just north of 5. So you might have to give him a cut rate kind of half vampire thing going on.
Well, I guess we could. Well, okay. Whenever like one of us does it, it only works like every once in a while.
So if Robert and I, by the way, my name is Benjamin. It is a pleasure to meet you. If Robert and I are both, you try to do it with both of us, one of us might and one of us won't.
Usually, yeah.
What happens if you don't? You just drain them of all their blood. So it's kind of a you kind of win the satanic lottery sort of thing.
I mean, we don't want to bring everybody down. I mean, we want to talk positively about stuff.
Good point. Then Robert and I both shall look forward to becoming denizens of the darkness with the rest of you, and only go out in the sun with pretty good sunblock on so that we don't burn up.
Yeah. To answer the question in the chat, yes, your unseen, your sense the unseen is still up. You can't detect anything off of any one of these people except for Trinity.
So basically, what we're saying is that they are not vamps.
That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is, you can't sense anything off of any of these people except for Trinity.
I relay that to the group.
Wait.
What the fuck does that mean?
Abigail turns to Vincent and just says, I think it might be time for us to shuffle over a little bit. and she says it into the headset just so that Duran hears her, so that he knows that they're coming.
I'm totally
And
okay with that.
yeah.
Do
So
you want a drink? He winks.
Well,
he's gonna-
that really depends on whether or not. Let's just see what happens. I may not need to drink just yet.
From where I'm sitting, can I see
Okay.
Ja? Can I see Ja? I know I can see Mordecai, but can I
For
see Ja?
Ja, you wouldn't be able to. Ja is positioned more towards where the actual entrance is. The booths in that particular section, because once you go through the entrance where Ja is, there's like a straight wall with some booths, but then there's kind of an alcove even further in where you and Trinity and all them would be. You would be basically around the corner from where Ja could see you.
Okay, but I can see Mordecai though.
Yeah, you'd be able to see where Mordecai is, and you'd be able to see the dance floor where Vincent and Abigail are.
Okay. I will, of course, note that Vincent and Abigail are moving in my direction, and I'm going to look at Trinity, look out, and go, there is Robert, and I'm going to wave towards Mordecai and say, Robert. Shout
will head on over.
across the club and say, Robert, see, Mr. Cato, if you would like to join us.
Absolutely. Where is this the woman?
See.
Is this the person from the ad?
Hi, I'm Trinity, and I'm a vampire, and she does the.
Oh well, this is wow. This is amazing. I take the hand, shaking. Well, is it? I blush of life first. I will roll
Probably
a
get
thing.
it. Not that it would matter at all.
But she might detect the cold as well, or the lack of heat.
With your humanity rating, it doesn't matter in the slightest.
Fair. Yes, I'm kind of putting on a poor show. I don't know.
Yeah, anyways. You're dead. DED dead.
So I'm just waiting for her reaction, essentially, as soon as she realizes that I'm not what I think I am, or what I'm portraying myself to be.
If she notices.
You got awe still, right? She's
true.
Even with the minus for awe, it still.
I kind of half shake it. Oh, am I supposed to kiss it? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Are you a queen? Is this how we do?
I don't like the term queen. Like vampiress, mistress, I would say would be
the best. Dark. I don't know. What would you call it? Mother?
No, just vampiress.
Vampiress. Oh, and I kissed the hand twice. Sort of.
Okay, that's fine.
Excessive. So are we vampires now? How does it work?
No, like I have to turn you into vampires, but I can only do it like a little bit at a time.
Oh.
Now I'm going to kind of lean over, shoulder a little bit into Trinity, and point to one of the vamps that Abigail pointed out earlier that I can see, and say, is that the one over there a vampire? Because he is very much giving me that vibe that you have been giving me.
No, that's not a vampire. Like, he wanted to be once, but no, he's not a vampire.
Oh, he wanted to be.
Yeah, that was a couple years ago. Like poser.
Bueno. That is very interesting. See.
I'll add that Jaws moved close.
Yeah.
after Duran made note of his name. But Ja is intentionally keeping like a little bit of a distance because he doesn't want to just jump over the table and then just yank her out of here. He's giving you all a chance to handle this diplomatically.
Abigail turns around to Baron Vincent and says, It looks like this is going to be a bit of a I think they call it a shit show. I'm pretty sure that's the word we would call this. Um, maybe make yourself more human, like pinch the cheeks or whatever. In other words, saying maybe you should roll blush of life
Okay.
Roll it.
because
Success.
we want to fool this
You-
girl.
you're-
And heal.
You force the blood through your extremities, and you appear more human, Vincent.
And heal. Ah, I really need a drink. You sure you don't need a drink?
No, I think I. But what I want to do is this one doesn't seem on the up and up, and I don't want her to know what I am or what you are.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming Duran is probably doing the same thing. So,
Hopefully, if he's smart.
well,
So
he's a
I
very
just I just roused my manipulation and failed.
Okay. Duran?
And because I tend to talk to my beast out loud, I'm just going to keep my lips shut for a moment and just kind of look at the tabletop.
I'm going
And then
to, if I can,
Hmm.
sort of in one fluid motion, reach back sort of thing from someone, slip the drink out of their hand and sort of try to offer it to one of the vampire companions, but spill it on them.
Okay.
Because if this is chemistry, it's not going to happen.
Give me your dex and athletics. You were about to say Duran?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So as he's doing this, I'm going to turn to Trinity and say, Trinity, love, mesmerize. You're going to sit here quietly while my friends join us. And then we are all going to leave together.
Mesmerize.
Mesmerize, which would be
A rouse check.
my dominate. Well, I did the rouse check. That's what I failed. My manipulation plus dominate versus their intelligence and resolve.
Intelligence and resolve.
This should be fun.
Sorry. Yeah. You know what? I'll blow willpower. Crit fish. Well, I didn't crit, but that still gives me 5 successes.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be leaving tonight. So, if you want to give me the half up front, then we can set up a time to meet so I can turn you into a vampire.
Oh, it is rare that I run into someone with the force of will to do this sort of thing.
Yeah, she
This
gets
is-
7.
This is very
7?
entertaining. So I'm just going
Jesus.
to. No, that's okay. I'm going to.
Apparently, she's that full of herself.
turn on Oblivion Sight just so that my eyes become nice black pools. And I'm going to drop my own fangs and smile and say, oh no, we will be leaving together tonight. Otherwise, things get very messy in public, and that is not a good thing for you.
She's gonna kind of scooting away from you, but she can't really go anywhere due to the fact that there's other people in the booth.
Am I in the booth?
You are not in the booth.
Okay.
Duran is like on the tail end of the booth, and then there's like basically 6 people in the booth other than Duran, so it's a little bit crowded in there.
At any point, can I catch her eye contact?
Not with Duran looking at her like that.
Yeah, fair.
She's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man?
And then just into the headset, while I'm still smiling at her, just go, Amici mia, it would be a good thing to get over here now. Otherwise, I'm going to make a mess.
One moment, Duran. Abigail turns around to Baron Vincent says, we should probably make haste, although nonchalantly. And Abigail is going to prepare Scorpion's Touch.
Okay.
And I also I roused my strength and passed that rouse check. I'm going to crit fish.
You're just blasting through the willpower.
Oh, I've only used 2 willpower. Well, now.
The vast majority of characters only have 4.
I have 6. So that would be 6 successes. And we will be making our way over. And
Okay.
Abigail basically has that ready for when she needs it. So
All right.
Vincent
basically, or
Can
whatever.
Vincent grab a drink off like someone's table or something?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of tables
Yeah.
between here and there.
What's going on?
Somebody would probably be
Grab
like,
two.
"Hey,
I'll point. I'll kind of, if someone says it, I'll like, guy over there, he's buying. Fuck him.
pointing at Mordecai," I can only assume. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mordecai, you were grabbing a drink, and the result of that roll?
Well, I got a 3, but at this point,
So you're just dumping the drink on one of the others? Mordecai?
no, not anymore.
No?
It's not. It's getting out of hand as it is. I don't want to cause too much more of a scene.
So you just grab the drink off somebody?
Yeah, I guess I did, sort of. I'll follow that through. And I'll sort of lean into sort of thing and kind of half drunken stumble, sort of lean into a little too hard into the table. What do you, and like leaning into Duran? What? And looking up at her if I can, catching basically right at the eyesight and eye contact at headline. Do you see? And activate Eyes of the Serpent.
Okay.
And then just sit down next to Duran.
What is the roll for Eyes of the Serpent?
That I don't know. I'm imagining something presence.
You just
Charisma.
pull up the old... Look.
And I add my awe to it.
It's their wits. It's his charisma and presence versus their wits and composure.
Charisma and presence?
And composure.
Yep. No
Yeah,
rouse check
okay.
needed.
Yeah, that's a basic level power.
Yeah, I have the disciplines here.
But with awe, I add my presence again, yes?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
You want that one just with taking half.
Okay. Also, Abigail, as we're making our way to the table, you're Anya. I'm Ian. I'm from Saskatoon, and you're from Calgary. Got it?
Really? You're expecting me to do a Calgary accent? All right. I suppose.
Scene.
Mordecai's eyes go golden, narrow to slits. 12 successes.
Yeah, she only had 3. And her eyesight is past Duran, transfixed with Mordecai's.
Tell me a secret, little bug.
I'm a vampire.
You can do better than that. I'm invoking the Sedite coterie power.
It seems that she doesn't have any. everything.
Somehow I'm not surprised.
Everything that she's told you, she believes to be the truth. That seems to be the secret that she wants to keep from everybody, but is the worst kept secret imaginable.
How did she get 7 successes on that willpower roll? Jesus.
Because sometimes humans can be surprising and the dice can be really nice to them.
Have we made it to the table yet?
Yeah, you'd be just coming up on it now.
Oh my God, everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm Ian. Is this the lovely crew? This is my friend Anya. She's from Calgary by way of Russia.
I am Anya.
So
I'm Anya.
I'm going to tuck the teeth back in and drop the Oblivion sight because it's not needed right now. It's Mordecai has her in hand, so I'm just going to kind of half turn to Mordecai and go, "Grazie, signor," and look at the others and go, We don't need to do a pantomime at the moment.
Good. Can I
We don't?
Da.
do you need
We're all
her
friends
incapacitated at all, or what is the situation right now?
Everyone else in the booth is freaking out at the mention of you saying incapacitated.
I was about to say.
So this is going to be one of
God damn it.
those cloud memory things.
Yep. You could basically
yes.
just go down the row. You've got way more on average than they have chance of beating you. So you could basically go like, forget I said that, forget I said that, forget I said that, forget I said that.
Actually, while she's doing that, Duran's going to back it up because Mordecai's got her, so he's just going to do the same thing with just forget the last 5 minutes. Last 5
Can we
minutes did not
just
happen. Do not
get
worry about the last 5
her
minutes.
out of
Nothing's
here.
been going on. Everything is just fine. Forget all of this that is going on.
His eyes
Trinity
look
has to
normal.
leave.
Oh my God. I bought drinks and everything.
Okay, and then
Duran.
stand up.
Stick
and
to
kind
the
of
bit.
Slide
That's what I like about you,
out of
Vincent.
the slide out of the booth and look at Mordecai and go, "Can you lead her out?"
Or
I'm
do you
gonna
need my
transfer.
help?
It would be hard to do to maintain her eye contact and move at the same time.
That's why I'm going to entrance her. He's my bestest friend. In a minute.
Is there, out of character, is there any way of doing, like, if I can incapacitate her so that she is basically pretty much rendered helpless as per the rule book, is it possible, like, can you guys do something to keep her from, like, getting all upset and stuff like that, basically, if I'm focused on doing that?
The entrancement would probably work.
So I will hold off. I will see how Mordecai does with this, and if need be, I will then act.
She's not winning.
Yeah, how many?
14.
Yeah.
I got
that's
4
way more than
10s.
what she got. So yeah, she's going to be easily wanting to go along with you.
Who doesn't? I mean, come on. Yeah. And I take her by the hand.
She gives her hand to you.
And gentlemanly wrap it around my arm. Come, minions. And I gesture to the others, her coterie bits. My friends, you got what we came for. And I smile at her sweetly. And walk away.
Gah, with Daunt walks ahead so we have a space
Spreads the
to
thing.
walk, move out of the way.
The others.
And while I am, I'm just sort of hanging out the business cards for the, the party central.
Oh, hold on one sec. We lost Duran in the Google Meet.
Oh, crap. Hang on.
Nobody say anything.
Oh, it's all right. We can say stuff. So, Jaws leading the way with Daunt. Mordecai is bringing Trinity along with them.
There we go.
So, I can only assume that after seeing this, that Abigail and Durand would likely kind of hop on this, because upon
Mhm.
Trinity kind of getting up and moving, the rest of that particular group would want to follow suit.
Bueno.
Yep.
And actually, yeah, get up and allow Mordecai to kind of lead Trinity off as the rest of them are getting up, going, oh, bueno, come on along. The limo will be a little crowded, but we have lots of room.
Oh, okay.
Storyteller.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. So everybody's following along with you. I'm assuming Vincent and Abigail are going along as well.
Oh yeah, I'm coming. But question, storyteller.
That's me.
Are we being watched by those kindred or anybody?
Doesn't appear so, no.
Okay.
Just seems like two gaggles of people have gotten together, and it looks like they're... It would kind of look like in a club night, like they're all headed towards an after party type thing.
Nice.
So as we're leaving, Abigail says to Baron Vincent, all right, you can drop the accent now, because I'm most certainly not going to try to do whatever Calgary accent you think I should have. Because
It was so
No.
close. It was so close.
no,
It was more. It was
no.
a more a little bit kind of like
Lethbridge.
like Thunder Bay, a little bit from Ontario, and a little mix.
Oh,
It's a little mix. Your Russian's a little off too, but it was a valiant try.
it must be such a
Valiant.
great day for Thunder Bay then.
Thunder Bay is actually pretty cool. Have you ever been?
No, I tended to stick with the cities,
Ah,
the larger ones.
okay.
All right, so well, I guess we should join them then, and we don't need the accents.
Oh yeah, it's totally dropped. Also, you're an
Right.
excellent dance partner.
Oh,
Has
well,
anyone told
thank you.
that?
John was teaching me, actually. He was teaching me, and I must have picked up on it quicker than I thought. It was, it was a while ago. He taught me a few moves, and I think I did pick up on some of it.
It paid off. I will give you that. You did a good job. You're a really good dancer.
Thank you. And you're quite good yourself, but I imagine that being, the owner of club, that must be, something that you
Well,
picked
yeah.
up on.
Yeah, I get on there and cut a rug. It's not hard to do.
Excellent. Abigail is going to give one glance around to see if her hacker friend is there, and wistfully sigh.
Nope. It was, you guys arrived around 11:30-ish. This probably hasn't even taken a half an hour, so there's kind of a larger crowd that's moving in now, working on yacht standard time.
All right. Moving out then.
Is everyone piling into the limo?
Yep.
It's a bit of a tight squeeze. There's about 11 people in the back of the limo now.
I brought those drinks on the table.
Open up the sunroof. So it looks like a party limo, and you got the girls, with the wine glasses and everything.
Yeah, nobody's going out the window
It's,
unless you guys are.
True.
it's Madison
Right?
with a Y, but it's not what you think.
Wow.
Amazing.
Anyway, Jaw's like, I guess I'm supposed to hand this to the sheriff now, right?
I want to know what the rest of them are.
Me too.
What's a sheriff?
Who's
You
saying
stop
that?
talking. Just
That's
Don't.
Trinity.
Oh no. Who's sitting? Where does the seating order?
Oh.
Who's sitting where?
That's a good question. They're all kind of packed in one particular section.
Like
I
two on the
imagine-
floor at our feet.
So we took all of them with us.
Yeah.
Why not?
That's
There's-
too bad for them.
There's
Honestly.
11 people in the back of this limo.
That's too bad for them. This is not going to end well.
Abigail turns around to, I guess, to one of the ones at least nearby, and says, "So, who exactly are you?" And
I'm-
starts conversations while Jaw's doing whatever Jaw needs to do.
I'm Samuel.
Of course, you are.
Yeah.
And I was striking up a
well.
conversation with one of them.
I'm sorry, what?
I failed my rouse
Oh.
check, but my sword is now with me.
All
and
right.
it is bleeding, as usual.
Gonna come out of the rug easy. Vincent, you were saying?
I was talk to the nearest one to me and pass a drink. Hey, what's your name?
I'm Azriel.
Of course you
Oh,
were.
that's actually really cool. That's dope. Give me
Right?
that. Give me that. Yeah.
That was the fake Batman who was super edgy, broody boy.
Sorry. No, Bruce Wayne's Batman. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he was the one who took Bruce Wayne's place when his back got broken by Bane. Don't you read comic books?
What? No, that never happened.
Okay, well, things are about to happen.
Things are about.
Whoa. Nice blade, man. Did you get that from like the army surplus?
Is anyone
shop
hungry?
On like
I just look past the group.
I am-
The group.
Very hungry, but I want to know what they are before I
Don't make a
Yeah.
mess in my
consider
car.
eating.
Well, yeah.
what are you talking
You
about?
can pay
eating?
for the new upholstery.
Everyone always makes a mess in my car.
See,
Maybe
well,
respect the man's property.
only one of us here has the ability to look at them and tell what they are.
And I can't. I tried. There's no they're blank
Now-
canvases.
Okay, are they blank, or are they
seem-
just normal blank?
They seem human-ish.
They
Oh,
they don't seem like anything out of the ordinary. They just seem
Well, the best
Human.
way to figure
They
it out is
seem
this.
human.
And Ja just stabs sword into one of them. Whichever one's our regular cross from him.
Jesus Christ!
Because if they seem to be human, then Ja is like, well, they can die, and if they can die, that means this is a very easy job to do. And so-
Everyone freaks
Straight
the
to the
fuck
point.
out. As one of them basically gets impaled by Ja's sword.
We didn't need to kill the humans.
we only killed one.
There's screaming
Well,
and
you did.
clawing, and somebody's trying to climb out of the overhead, the sunroof.
Don't do that.
How can I grab one and like, hey,
Yeah.
Can we close that, please?
mesmerized.
leave it open.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
screaming.
Mesmerize. Crash time again.
I also felt my rouse check to bring my sword to me.
There we go. I'm hungrier again.
Excellent.
Duran!
Shut up, Padre. And I'm just going to grab one and mesmerize and just say, sit down, shut up, stop. And then grab the next one. And again, you know what? By the shoulder, by the front of the shirt, by the face, whatever. Just
Yep.
to grab the full attention, grab, pull close and go, sit down, shut up. Do
Abigail's doing the same.
you want me
Over
to
the other
roll?
side.
Rouse check, go, Abigail.
Raz check went fine. I passed the
Okay.
Raz check.
Do you want me to
for-
roll for those or take half?
No. You don't even have to take half. These are regular humans, so your
Excellent.
mesmerism just like blank slate. Sit down, shut up. Okay. Cool.
Excellent. And then look at John and go, okay, now we need to hide the fact that we've killed the human.
That's
That's
your
not such a
department.
big
We were
deal.
trying to ascertain, are they human or are they not, so we could decide what to do with them.
Well, now we know.
see. And doing a bit of a mind wipe is a whole lot easier because they will be able to go back to school or work or family tomorrow, and we don't have to make sure that somebody's demise is hidden.
Is the one
Except
actually dead?
that
Oh,
one.
very dead. Even taking half with jaw stabbing, like it's way
It-
more than enough damage to kill a human. Especially if the goal of jaw was to ascertain whether or not it died when you stabbed it. And I can confirm they died when jaw stabbed. Yeah.
Oh,
Efficient.
here we go. You know what? Someone dies at a club. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is say, excuse me, and I'm going to rifle the body for his ID so I get his name.
Okay.
And then we are going to check for, is there a fetter on him at all?
You are just
What's oblivion?
collecting.
Oh, fuck yeah.
wraiths
If
that-
somebody
That's
kills
a traumatic
somebody at a
death.
club, it's what I fucking do. It's like, shit, we have to clean this up. I
Primo
am not
fucking
walking away
rape
without a
territory.
prize. You broke the box of Lucky Charms. I'm getting the fucking prize out of the bottom. So, what's Floss of Oblivion is?
Just
A
collecting
lot of
wraiths
dice.
that your coterie members have killed, so they have beefs with your coterie members. Yeah.
Don't think we weren't paying that attention to that.
I
Yep.
Listen, I am keeping this around. There's a note in my sheet now. Well,
Wow. All
So
right.
six
Remember this when all the
successes,
shit.
6 successes to find out if there is any sort of a fetter on this young
There
man.
is a like you know pocket watches.
Oh yeah.
You know good pocket watches.
Oh yes.
This is not one of those.
This is a cheap tin piece of China crap.
Yeah, this is a, made in China. You can even see the made in China if you flip it over. Like, it's not even at the right time.
Nice.
Like, it's just, it doesn't even
of
seem
junk.
to have been wound.
But you know what?
recently.
He loved it.
Yeah,
And what was his name? Azrael?
Azrael.
What's his
yeah.
real name? What's the name on his ID?
The name on his ID actually is Azrael. Like, but it's a, you've dealt with fake IDs before.
Yep.
This is
I make 'em.
This is an ID that is legit, but it is brand new. Almost like they filled out the paperwork to get their name legally.
official
changed.
name change.
Yeah.
Nice. What's his last
I will
name?
add that since I can drink from my sword, I just drain this thing
Okay.
dry. It's going to make it easier to get rid of the body.
Yeah. Yep.
Azrael Bonaparte.
Because of course it is.
Right.
Because of
And
course it is.
Yep.
I've got all the required bits now to summon his spirit and go, hello, Azrael.
He's sitting beside himself. Literally.
Yeah, probably staring at himself
He's
going,
beside himself.
"Fuck." Just go, Azrael,
What the-
you tuck the pocket watch away and just go, Azrael, see, you are now, I'm going to be teaching you all sorts of fun stuff. Pardon me, Jimmy. I'm doing the spooky shit with what's left of Azrael.
But wait a minute. I was a vampire.
No. Now you are a spirit, much cooler. I will be introducing you. You will come with me tonight. I will introduce you to your new family of
Poltergeist.
spirits, and they and I will teach you some very interesting and cool things.
Use the word poltergeist. It's cooler.
That's
Poltergeists are actually done by humans. They're not spirits per se. It's an energy thing. I watched a documentary on it.
See, I believe everything I see on TV as well.
No, you can't have more. Got one already tonight.
See, one is we will make this. I will make the phone call, and if
I thought he was talking to his cat for a minute there.
No, I'm talking to my sword.
No, you can't have more.
Gets a little
Yeah, I'm like,
bloodthirsty.
is he talking to me?
what a
the
coincidence. So
cat,
does the
or
cat.
The sword.
Oh yeah, the sword.
He's talking to the sorter Duran. No, you've got a spirit. You're done for the night. But we've got 4 more.
There's a whole car full.
I could have a fucking army.
No, Duran,
so
get that out of your mouth.
May I point out that we still need Miss Trinity here to tell us
Trinity.
what
we're
exactly
keeping her.
she is up here? Oh, no, well, yes, but I would like
For
to find
now.
out what she is up to before we, I don't know, toss her to the sheriff.
I'm a vampire.
Yes.
Sounds like
Okay.
she's up to being a fucking idiot.
There. Yes, of course you are. Of course you are.
Don't be insulting.
Could we pull over the limo for a minute? These other 4 humans, we should just let them know that they had a great night at the club. They're walking home now. Thank you.
Well, signal to
Whatever.
mercy.
We will keep the body and the
Yep.
the Trinity, and we will make sure that these remember that. And again, mesmerize. It's just, here's what you're going to remember. Fantastic night. Had a lot of fun. You're walking home now. Trinity said she was going to go away for a while, and so was your friend. 2 of them are
Abigail,
fucking off
are
to Seattle.
You helping?
Am I helping with the mesmerize? Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
Okay. Give me a rouse check for each of you, and then we'll do basically a double up rouse check for both. Because you're each probably going to take 2. Abigail?
Abigail frenzies and kills another one.
So I failed one rouse check and then I passed the other rouse check.
So you're at what, 4
Well,
now?
hold on. Did you
Yes.
do 2 rouse checks for this particular instance?
Yes, I just rolled twice.
Did the first one succeed?
No.
Okay. Yeah, only do the 1 rouse check because they're basically humans. You're not expending a massive amount of like force of will on squishy human brains.
Well,
Abigail,
it
do you
failed.
want to take a bite before
I
you
think
let
I might
them
have
go?
to. I do think I might have to, but I want them to be able to go home without, stumbling
Take a
too
little bit
much.
from this one, that
Yes,
one, and
one
the other
one and one.
Yeah.
Yes, and Abigail will go 1 and 1, and at this point, Abigail is not even whatsoever concerned about what their reaction is. She's just like, bite,
Bite,
take
take
3.
a point, fuck with the brain, kick him out. Bite, take a
3.
point, fuck with the
Mhm.
brain, close the wound when we're done. But
Of course.
yeah,
This is like
kick 'em out.
hemorrhaging.
And Josh just over here like, I'm at hunger 0, baby. I feel.
Oh, that was a great
yeah.
night at the club.
Abigail is now
You should
at
totally
1
go back.
hunger again. Abigail is now at 1 hunger again, so
Okay.
maybe she won't frenzy tonight.
It's a possibility. Yeah.
Duran is back to
Hey.
1.
What's your willpower at?
No, I've only taken 2 willpower hits.
Oh,
That's
fair.
good. Good.
Okay.
So Trinity is still there, dead body. There's a wraith beside it. Typical night in one of the back of Mordecai's limos.
It's just.
Let's,
I mean,
let's get going with the limo again. Now, what
This
do
is
we do
tame.
with this one?
which one?
You should ask her some
I've taken
questions.
care of the dead one. We
Oh.
still have the undead one. And look at Abigail and say, are you
Uh,
sure she's a vampire?
You prefer the term vampires?
Of course you do, darling. Of course you do.
The term childer is kindred. Shut up.
For the
Are you
love
sure
of
that this
King.
All
one
right.
is a
All
vampire?
right. Okay. She is a vampire, but by all of what she's saying, I would think that she's probably a thin blood. Now, can you possibly tell me who it was that turned you? That made you into a vampire?
Not really. I didn't
Yes.
get his name.
Happened in Seattle. She calls him the Vamp Daddy
The Vamp Daddy.
Yeah, my
Oh,
vamp
right.
daddy.
at a club in
What did
Seattle.
he?
Gross.
What did he look like?
Abigail makes a note to figure out who the Vamp Daddy is via,
Shrek.
VPN.
She's like, well, I don't know. It was kind of weird. Things are kind of hazy from that night. Kind of looked like a mix between Robert Smith and David Bowie. Like Ziggy
Oh.
Stardust, David Bowie.
Oh,
Okay.
I remember that.
All right. And so from what I understand, you've been able to walk around in the sunlight, correct?
A little bit, yeah. Like, did you have to kill my friend?
Yes.
Okay.
So to be clear, you can walk around in the sunlight.
Yeah.
Are you able to eat food? Can you have fries or salad or a shake or a protein bar or
Well,
whatever it
like-
is that people eat?
I mean, you mean you
Or
people,
hot dog.
vampires? Like, that's weird.
No, what I mean, you people, as in you,
Well, I'm
the
trying
lives.
to go keto, but I'm kind of more like vegan right now.
Okay.
I love
How
her
can
so
you be a
much.
vegan vampire? What, you
So-
suck
Doing some
carrots?
CrossFit
I
and
love this.
stuff
I
like
love
that.
her so.
Yeah.
Love CrossFit.
Madison with a Y.
So,
Madison with a
so,
Y.
all
Not what you
right,
think it
so-
is.
so Trinity, so you're telling me that you don't have to drink blood in order to sate your hunger. You are able to simply eat
Well,
normal food,
I
correct?
still need blood. Obviously, I'm a vampire.
But you can
Obviously.
sustain yourself on your normal food if you wish, correct?
Okay.
No, not really. Like, I need blood all the time.
The Sunset
Let me be-
Appreciation League. What are we adopting her, or are we
I don't
removing
know.
her?
I don't know. At this point, I'm so angry
Adopting.
that I
She's
want
a
to just
serial
throw her out.
masquerade preacher.
I don't even know if she is. I mean, her
Question.
entourage thought they were vampires and they weren't.
That's because she bit them and she has fucking baby teeth.
I
Hmm.
understand, but what I'm saying is, I think she's
Hey, they're
a
not baby
charlatan.
teeth. My teeth came in like 3 years ago. I got my wisdom teeth out and everything.
Stop talking.
Trinity.
Simple question. We don't need to vote on this. We don't play that way. Is anyone here wish to adopt her?
I kind of do.
Mordecai, you realize you'll be responsible for her.
And I'm gonna
She's a
kind of
blood,
I'm
and as much as
I'm gonna lean forward and look at Trinity and go, Trinity, there are a few rules when one is a vampire. We are very territorial. You're in someone else's territory right now, and we represent that person. When you let people know, humans know about things like this, it endangers us all. So the first thing you really learn is to keep your mouth shut. The second thing you learn is whose territory is it, so that you can make sure they're good with you being here. Right now, we're deciding whether you live or die, and not undead die, final die, no more. Have your head removed from your shoulders. Senor Mordecai Strickland is thinking of taking responsibility for you, in which case he will teach you a whole lot of things. The first lesson of which is you stop telling people that you are anything to do with a vampire.
And if you continue to do it, both you and him die.
See,
So he's
May-
sticking his neck out for you, literally.
May I offer another suggestion? We do know some thin bloods. And they would be very unhappy if they found out that one of their own was making the prince unhappy because they're already on. They're already
Be nice.
hunted as it is. So should we contact maybe the thin bloods that I know and have them take responsibility for her so that they can show her how not to do bad stuff?
No. At least in my opinion, no.
All right. It's simply an option.
Baron, you're the
Wait,
champion
the
of the
Baron
thin.
has a say in this?
he's a member of the coterie.
Well,
He has a voice like the rest of us.
Her Majesty came to me and asked me to come. So, yes, Assassin's Creed, I have a voice. I want to know why you put an ad in the paper saying that you're a vampiress.
Because I am a vampire.
Okay. Are you sure you want to adopt her, Morty?
Ideally, I was thinking that she would be more comfortable among her own kind.
Mm-hmm.
In the same way that you don't put a guppy in a piranha tank.
Our unlives are piranha tanks. All of us. We swim with the sharks.
See, but
Well,
much like
piranhas and sharks
remoras,
don't-
if you put the remora in with the shark, then The shark will look out for the remora, and the remora takes care of the shark. It's how we are with our childhood.
I will
This is why I don't have kids.
agree to, I would say, partially adopt and watch out for her as well, but she would not fit in a classic Camarilla domain.
Lucky for her, you're not a classic Camarilla.
See. Blood
I
bond.
don't think there's any such thing as halfway adoption.
Yeah, you either take
You're
her
either in or you're out.
So what is it, Morty? You want to be her? And he'll kind of smirk at her.
Vamp daddy. Ugh.
I guess we would say that in unison. You're vamp daddy.
Well, at least the
I'm
two of you
feeling
can agree on
generous.
something.
Trinity,
For the first time.
besides going to the club and looking the way that you do, what skills do you have?
I'm like a personal trainer. Like I can train you how to be like CrossFit if you want to.
No,
You wanna do
sweetheart. He
CrossFit?
means.
No.
you're-
That's exactly what I mean.
Okay, sure.
If she were a performer, I might have use for her. She's a CrossFit trainer.
I mean,
Makes a
like,
little more sense that Mordecai
It
may have.
depends on what you
purpose.
mean by performer, because I can do TikTok.
Oh, shit.
Mordecai,
That's-
you have to put her in the dojo. Just
I have like
That's pretty cool.
5,000 followers on TikTok.
That's it?
that's it.
It's impressive.
No, it's not. Don't lie to her.
No, it's not. 5,000 is nothing.
Hey, what do you think of this?
Even I know that.
Wait, do you want to do like some CrossFit? I could help you out.
I've been doing CrossFit for a while, but no.
Yeah, we call those deadlifts.
Nicely done, Senior Cato.
Finally, some sort of humanity out of this guy. What was that? Where has this guy been?
Jout looks at the dead body next to them.
Yeah, a little bit of that, a little bit.
Senior Strickland.
Trinity, darling.
Hmm.
You're going to come with me this evening. We're going to go for a party.
All right. I like
You
after
will
party.
be
okay.
provided with the means by which to make your 5,000 into 500,000.
Okay.
You're not going to be trying to make more vampires. You've said so yourself that it doesn't often work. But imagine never growing old, never all the ages of ages. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on your PR.
All right. Advertising.
You're going to set her up for advertising?
Sheriff. Yeah. Call it off. Yeah, I'm disappointed too.
And in exchange, you and I will talk about what you can do for the city.
I could probably do a lot for the city. Like
I'm aware.
I've voted recently.
You're amazing.
Who'd you vote for? I'm sorry. Or is that weird?
That's a little weird. I don't know if you're supposed to
Yeah.
tell people who you voted for, but
It's
it was
fine.
like,
in the box, in
was-
the ballot box.
well, yeah, it was the guy. It
Wait,
was like, I don't know, it was municipal. I think it's what it's called, the local one, the one where really.
wait. I'm going to lean in and ask a question.
Do we really care about this? Does it matter in any way?
Hush, hush. Did you like Stephen Harper?
No. Who?
Okay, never mind. She's good.
You say who? Nice.
Oh, that's
I
like
love the variable age here.
a
So
while
it's
ago
like,
or
do I?
something. In like,
How old are you?
I'm like 23.
Nice. Does anyone ever tell you there was that girl?
Were you wait
Oh.
1 second?
She's still
23, as in
counting
like,
her
are you still
live
counting
years.
years? Or were
I
you
think she stopped.
23 before you got turned?
No, I was like 18 when I got turned because I
Oh,
wasn't
fuck
supposed
me,
to be in that
really?
club in Seattle.
See,
Oh, goodness.
So she's been possibly a kindred for 5 years, you know?
Oh, no, it's not
Oh.
that I have a problem with. She's such a youngin'.
Well, yeah. Look, what do you think about Cody? Cody's like
She's-
21.
she
But-
is a young one in many ways. The
David
same
Bowie,
as
am I
Cody, the same as
Yeah.
Gretchen.
Do you ever, has anyone ever
I
been
miss
like
Gretchen.
Daddy?
This makes me miss Gretchen. Do you know how bad that is?
See, I'm looking forward to
Worry not,
Trinity
Josh,
here
he's in
meeting
good
Gretchen.
hands.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! We gotta tell Jude. We gotta tell Jude.
We
This is
we
so
are
cool.
going to have to open up a night school, and
Oh,
now
Daycare.
and now
Yes!
now
Oh my
there is
god!
another vampire mother among a vamp daddy, I would guess. So
Please, let's not make that just regular
Oh yeah.
terminology.
Let's make T-shirts.
I prefer Uncle
I will support
Mordecai.
T-shirts. Say what, Daddy? You
I
gonna play
prefer
what,
Uncle
Daddy?
Mordecai.
see, you can
Uncle
prefer
Morty?
Uncle Mordecai, but you are directly responsible for this one. She
Yeah.
is in effect your childer.
You're Daddy Mort.
At which point
Daddy
I'll just
Morbucks.
smile at Trinity and say, and Senior Strickland is now what we call your sire. If you fuck
As
up,
a seneschal, I guess
he
I can
gets
make this official.
punished as well. Don't
Congrats,
fuck up.
Mordecai. That's your baby. You are the father.
Oh
That
my
is
god.
so sad and disturbing. But, I mean, I suppose it's better than the sheriff,
I mean, you were all going to kill
calling
Is
a
it?
blood hunt.
We were going to
Yeah, I don't
decapitate her.
know.
It would have been clean and easy.
I wasn't.
And
We'll see.
as Trinity is utterly and completely
And
horrified,
no one
and
else chose to
mortified
step
by
up.
this,
Seems
All the
attached to
vaunted
you.
humanitas in the world.
and as Trinity's mortified and horrified by the fact that she almost got decapitated, as the limo drives off, this is a pretty good spot to end this particular episode. Now that Mordecai is a daddy.
The test show, Mordecai is the father.
So, thank
Keep
you
the
everybody for watching another episode. Jude's
Oh,
gonna
Vampire
have
90210.
so much fun when she comes back.
Oh my god, is she? Oh my god, Prince, guess what?
This was just so everybody knows who's watching. We have a Discord for this particular game, and Jude, Sarah was like, "Yeah, half the fun was having people come back and explain what happened when they were gone because Mordecai wasn't able to make it for this episode, and now we've got a whole slew of stuff to dump on Jude's lap.
Yeah. Next week, Judy's gonna. Oh yeah.
You what?
So again, thank you all for watching. Thank you for any bits or subscriptions that you've sent our way. They are always appreciated. We give the money to everybody who's on screen for all of our shows, and we'll do some quick outros, and we will get you off. And now we have Prince here, so we can say this again, get you off to Prince's game, because Prince is here now, but you're going to see Prince again in a few minutes over on Rolling D's 20s, running the game of Philly by Night, or is it
Philly by
Oscar
Night.
by Night now? Or, I don't know
Oops,
what's
all
going on
Oscars from last week.
It's really good. It's really good.
Yeah, that was an awesome episode. Go to the YouTube, check it out. So we'll do some quick outros.
Yeah, that's up there now.
Let's start off with Cliff.
Hey, folks, thank you very much for joining us tonight. My name is Cliff. I play Duran Giovanni. I've not even, I've done these 3 hours and I'm not exactly sure what happened or how it worked. But I mean, stuff happened and we were involved in things and stuff. You can find me on the interwebs as the Vintage GM, where I will chat about a lot of changeling stuff, actually. But I'm here on Saturdays for the Dells game with these fantastic and amazing people who I just cannot get enough time with. I've got a changeling game that I storytell that will be coming back to the Twitch waves, hopefully in the near future. I'm also over on Would Be Heroes playing D&D when we get that recording going again. I'm on Dark Standard Tabletop, also playing some more Vampire. And I've got some other secret plans in the pipeline that once, and I have figured out how, the Mac editing software works. So I now have power. Once
Final
I get that
Cut?
stuff edited, no, I'm using iMovie and it's really stupid, but it works.
Yeah, it is.
So,
Yep.
so that
Yep.
stuff will
Very
be
stupid.
showing up here soon too. So thank you very much and love you all.
And Prince.
Hey everybody, I'm Prince. Glad to be back. I am also known as Dimples and Dice around the internet. That is where you can find me: Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, basically all of the social spaces except Facebook, because fuck that place. I am busy. So let's try to run this down real quick. You can catch me on Fridays, every other Friday over on Siren's Call. It is over on Waffles Maple Syrup's channel. It is D&D 5 e-game based in Alchemy. We use Alchemy RPGs, virtual tabletop, and their book, Lore of Aethera, Lost Druid. I am on Saturdays on Rolling These 20s, which comes right after this, 9 p.m. Eastern time, Eastern time. We are in our 5th and final season. We're going to be wrapping up this season and probably, I think, the next 5 episodes. That's all we have left, and then that's it. We are doing a show on my own channel based on what Beyond the Witchlight called Wayward Revelry. That is at 11 a.m. Eastern time on Sundays. I have a couple of unannounced shows that you will be seeing soon, so make sure you follow me on my Twitter. We have a Good Society game coming up over on Table Goth's channel. There's a Star Wars Rebels versus Empire Flight Academy game going on. That's going to be on Table Goth's channel as well. I have more that I can't talk about, but yeah, there's stuff that's in production that's going to be coming out to y'all. I am very, very excited for y'all to see all the stuff I'm up to. It's going to be great. So thank you. And I'm glad to be back with y'all. I miss playing with y'all so much.
We're glad to have you back. And I will say this as a note. When you said table goth, let's see if that works. Okay, it just said table. When you said table goth, it came up as Able Golf, and it was like, that's not at all right. That doesn't, no. Stop doing that. Please meet. Please close captioning.
I love Google's captioner. I love it. And I hate it, but I love it.
And Mike.
Worcestershire. Did it work?
It did actually work.
The words is impossible to say in the actual English language, but apparently meat's fine. Hi, I'm Mike. I now the proud father of Trinity with a Y.
But it's not what you think.
It's not what you think. And boy, am I going to have fun with this. Let's see. So that's a nice little welcome back from 2 weeks being off. You can catch me when the recording thing gets up and running and sorted. Cough, Cliff, cough. On Tuesdays at 6 p.m. PST, running a D&D game on the Would Be Heroes channel called Hunters of the Dead and Damer. Yes, the acronym is Hot Dad. Don't ask me why. On top of that, I have some secretive plans that some here might be a part of, and it might be involving a fairly large number of people eventually, maybe, sort of. And it's got to do with superheroes. But more on that as it comes. I'm assembling a cast as we speak, and we're working on characterizations and etc. to figure all that stuff out. Anyway, not going to bore you with it. Would be heroes on the Twitch channel, and otherwise you can catch me here as everyone's favorite Toreador, not
Vamp
or
Dad.
Vamp Daddy, Mordecai. On to you.
And Joe. Yes, that Joe. I would say
Me?
Joanna if it was, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I want to make sure. Okay. Hey, it's all good.
At the same time, go.
Yes. Hey, everybody. My name is Joe. I played Vincent, he, him for both of us. And I will play the Baron of Surrey. I am glad Vincent did not take up that mantle because we're already dealing with one person. You don't need to deal with another one. I played Vincent, again, Baron of Surrey. Bruja, the second best clan after the Roses. If you could disagree, that's a personal problem. Follow me on the socials, wherever they may be. See me on this show whenever this uploads, as well as you could catch me on a couple other episodes. I'm going to shout out no, the Gangrels. We love the Gangrels, but in this situation, no. Go to Midnight Creations, and I was allowed to play Jorvik, my Ventru Viking Jarl, black guy, who gloated about having the entire city of York named after him, because if you do know vampires, it's vampire. Viking stuff, there you go. Also, catch me on Fridays about 6:30ish Central Time for my own show that I run, Montgomery by Night, Vampire the Masquerade V5 Edition Chronicle with some homebrew that takes place in my hometown of Montgomery, Alabama, but I do not live there anymore. But yeah, I run it. It's also for BIPOC Vamp Day and all days. If you're looking for people of color, Black folks, Indigenous folks, I'm one of those. I intersect on a lot of things. Hire me to run games or play your games or whatever. I love having fun with everybody and love having fun with these people because they're insane and we insane together. And Vamp Daddy is now a thing. It has to be. I want a shirt with Morty's face on it. I will wear it. I will support it. But that's it. Hit me up on the socials, whatever. Nola, NOLA _ Fanger, like Fangbanger from True Blood, because that's where I got it from. And yeah, I'm done talking.
And
Go.
Joanna.
All right, then. I am Joanna. I was playing Abigail, your techie Tremere. You'll find me on Twitter under Hyrule Gardener. You will find me here on Saturdays and pretty much nowhere else, at least not for now. Although I'm thinking that you'll probably find me eventually on Vamp High YBR, because that's essentially what we're going to end up doing here. Anyway, over to you, Steve.
And this guy's Storyteller Steve. I've got a few things to shout out. There is a super secret project that I already mentioned that we are going into the studio for with our good friends over on A Filthy Lot. We have some studio space that we are getting from them, so we're going to be playing some vampire with some of the Filthy Lot people. That will be coming out at some point soon, hopefully. And we are trying to get up to 1,500 subs for our YouTube, and you can get one of these bad boys right here with the clan of your choosing from Dogmite Games if we get up to 1,500 before October 31st. And the way you can enter that is to go to Twitter. I've got the post set up. So all you have to do is share the post, like the post. That is an entry. You can sub on our YouTube. That's an entry. You can give us a subscription here on Twitch. That is an entry. That is 2 entries because you're paying for it and we want to get a little extra value out of it for you. Or you can become one of the members over on YouTube, which is only $3, which gets you 2 entries. So you can enter in a multitude of ways, have a whole bunch of entries, and you could win one of these if we get up to 1,500 subs. So, yeah, check that out, and we will get you over to Philly by night in just a few seconds. Prince is going to go do the quick change right about now, and we are going to see if it's Oops All Oscars again. Who knows? I don't even know what's going on. And we will see you next week right here for Hunter, for the last episode of Hunter, and for another episode of this show right here. So we will see you next week. Have a good night, everybody, and see you soon.